Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. It's time for Lovington Wildcat football from Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment with our friends down in Jowl over in Tularosa. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So the Cats come into this one at 0-1, a game they'd probably like to forget from 1 week ago, but you know, Roswell, a very tough team and not held against the Lovington Wildcats. They are still the number one team in Class 4A, according to the Max Preps poll. So the Cats looking to open the home slate in style tonight, but a tough opponent awaits them on the other side of the field with the Seminole Indians. It's a Lovington and Seminole, Lee County, Gaines County matchup here tonight. Looking forward to it. We'd like to welcome all of our friends from Seminole who have made the trip over, and, well, wherever you are watching and whatever team you're rooting for, we appreciate you being with us tonight. They're getting ready to do a moment of silence and the national anthem, so we'll go ahead and take a timeout, come back and continue. The Stone Oilfield Services pregame show is on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show continues. I'm TJ Miracle from high above the blue turf, getting ready for the start of this one between the 0-1 Lovington Wildcats and the season opener for our friends from Seminole. As we get closer to kickoff, we're going to be looking about 82 degrees, partly cloudy skies tonight. An absolutely gorgeous night here in southeast New Mexico for some football. So, as we mentioned earlier, the Cats are 0-1, but they are still the number one team in Class 4A in the state of New Mexico. Let's look at some of the numbers from 1 week ago. I know they're ones that, they probably like to forget, but there was some high spots in that ball game. Ashton Aranda finishes up at 50-50. That's a little bit less than his average. He goes 9 of 18 last week for 116 yards. He did throw 2 touchdowns, though. One of them a 35-yarder to Cesar Gonzalez, and the other a 5-yard strike that went to Ellen Clayton. So a couple of big passes there for the Cats, and it was a big night for Ondalis Cardenas, too. He carried the ball on last week 20 times for 190 yards. He also did have a touchdown, so huge night for Ondalis Cardenas, the sophomore running back. And special teams had a big night as Powell had a punt block for a touchdown that actually gave the Wildcats the early lead in that ball game, but unfortunately not able to hang on to it. Now on the other side of the coin for the Seminole Indians, it is their opener for the 2022 season. They are rated very highly. Texas, a little bit different animal than New Mexico. They are number 28 in 4A Division II in Texas. Each one of their classifications has 2 different divisions, and there are a whole bunch of teams. I think 190 in 4A Division II. So they're 28th overall in 4A Division II in the state of Texas, but they are picked to win their district going away pretty much, and that's a little bit of an interesting district with teams from Amarillo and Shallow Water, some of those. Lamesa not in that district, which is a bit surprising. But, Seminole always going to be tough under head coach Greg Pointer, always has his young men prepared and ready. But they start their season tonight with a short road trip over here into the land of enchantment to take on our Lovington Wildcats. Of course, this is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from our great friends at Stone Oilfield Services. Always appreciate their help and support, and, of course, their support of Lovington Wildcat Athletics. If you're wondering where my better half is, Dawn Morgan tonight is on assignment, do some scheduling things. We needed somebody to cover the Jal Panthers tonight, so Dawn was assigned to that, so she's over the mountain in Tularosa for the Jal Panthers and the Tularosa Wildcats. So she's still calling a Wildcats game tonight, just not ours here in Lee County. Of course, you can see that Jal game on the Jal Sports YouTube, also the Jal tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Quick note from our friends down in Hobbs tonight. Got notification that due to an accident on the way in, Artesia's bus was delayed. The Artesia bus was not in the accident. Everybody is absolutely fine for the Artesia team, but because of a detour and some waiting there, the Hobbs game tonight against Artesia has been delayed to a 7:30 start time on our sister station KZOR and on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. Final coming in from Tatum. The Tatum Coyotes bounce back in a big way against the Cougars from Alamo, Navajo. I know that game ended at halftime. I believe it was 60-0, the final of that one. So far, so good for Lee County teams. That early game for Tatum as they got the big victory. As the teams coming out to go into their respective tunnels, well, at least Seminole is. Seminole will be in the road whites when we get this one underway with the black letters and numbers and the black and gold helmets. Their helmets looking like an Indian headdress, appropriately enough, for the Indians. They used to have kind of the Florida State thing going on, but I like the headdress. That's kind of a good look for them. Lovington, of course, will be in the home blue unis with the white letters and numbers, the bright white helmets with cats and blue metallic script along the side. Going to be a good one, of course, the home opener, and we're actually going to be at home seemingly for a long time. Yeah, for the next 4 or 5 weeks we're at home. Next week here at Wildcat Stadium, it'll be homecoming 2022 with the Desert Warriors of Santa Teresa coming to town. Then it'll be another matchup against another Texas team as Denver City will come into town. Then it'll be the Hobbs Eagles coming in for the annual Lee County battle. And then Artesia will be here at the Blue Turf. Seems like we had to go there for like 15 straight years. I know it wasn't that much. It just kind of seemed like it. So, yeah, we'll have all those home games before we go on the road again, but it'll be a long road one at the end of September as we have to head all the way up to Santa Fe to take on Santa Fe High. So, going to enjoy the home cooking while we have got it. So hope you are doing well on this Friday night for football as the teams prepare. Seminole traveling very well tonight, as you would expect. Not much of a road trip and high expectations. It's been a long day. All of a sudden I can't talk, but traveling well. Of course, Texas always win it all possible, bringing their band. So the Seminole Indian Marching Band is here. Of course, the Big Blue Band will be doing their thing at halftime tonight as well as the Indians come out onto the field with their black and gold SHS banners. Lovington will break through their banner after the Seminole Indians finish up with their run-in tonight. For the Seminole team, of course, numbers to watch, especially their quarterback, number 9, Blake Flowers. He is a highly touted prospect. Flowers stands in at, and of course, as soon as I start talking about it, I'll lose my notes. There it is. Yeah, he's 6'3", weighs 180 pounds, and he has got a very good arm on him. Seminole with a lot of size around the team, so Lovington is going to have to do some work up front, especially. Coverage is kind of breaking down a little bit last week, so going to be important for Lovington on both sides of the football to control the lines tonight, and got to find a way to get some of your receivers open. Too much coverage last week, and I think that contributed a little bit to the struggles that Ashton Aranda had as the Lovington Wildcats break through onto the field. We are just about ready to go. The Cats heading down to the end zone. Of course, Lovington under longtime head coach Gonzalez. They are the defending New Mexico 4A state champs, so it's a 4A New Mexico against 4A Texas battle tonight from here at Wildcat Stadium. As the fireworks go off in the end zone, Cats are going to huddle up in the end zone, and they will, of course, do their usual thing. We'll have the national anthem coming up here in just a few minutes. Then, of course, the kickoff of the home season for 2022 for your Lovington Wildcats, and the kickoff of the season period for the Seminole Indians. Of course, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, doing a great job keeping an eye and an ear not only on me but also on the other games that we've got going on tonight. Of course, 5 Lee County games. Tatum getting the big victory in the early game. We're starting a little early because of the time difference between New Mexico and Texas. Jowl will take on Tularosa at 7 o'clock tonight. Eunice takes on Estancia at 7 o'clock tonight. And then the Hobbs game will be delayed a little bit. They'll play Artesia at 7:30 as the Cats break their end zone huddle and head back to midfield. We will go ahead and wrap up the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show, take a timeout for the national anthem, then come back with the kickoff. This is Lovington Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. The hype is over. The pregame festivities are done. And now it's time to play a little football. Lee County, Gaines County style tonight between the visiting Seminole Indians and our Lovington Wildcats. I'm TJ Miracle from high above Brian Urlacher Field. Evie Stuber in studio, engineering and producing. The Cats won the toss, and they will receive. Lovington looking to improve to 500 on the year. Seminole looking to start their season off in a big way. And kicking things off for Seminole, it'll be number 92, Jesus Favela, the 5'8 senior for the Indians. A couple of Wildcats are back deep as we get ready for the start of this one. Welcome into it. 82 degrees at kickoff with a light breeze coming out of the southeast, about 10 miles an hour or so. So really a gorgeous night for football here in southeast New Mexico and West Texas. So wherever you are tonight on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, do give us a subscription, please. Or whether you're on the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com, on the Z94 KZOR app, or right here on 94.1 all over southeast New Mexico and West Texas, Z94 KZOR. Sit back, relax, and let's play some Friday night football. Favela going to tee it up at the 40 from the blue turf here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Two Cats back deep to receive as the crowd on their feet. Good crowd from Lovington on hand tonight as well. Favela has it, and he will kick it away. It'll be a helicopter kick. It'll be fielded back at the 5 by the Wildcats, bringing it up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, up to about the 22-yard line. Diving through is going to be Cayman Ochoa. Pretty good return, about 15, 17 yards, but it'll be okay field position for the Wildcats to start this ball game. Again, if the camera and the score bug are a little bit behind tonight, I apologize in advance. With the Dawn on assignment and Jowl, I am running everything myself tonight. So Ashton Aranda will lead his squad out onto the field, and looks like we're going to be starting a different tailback. I believe that's Ochoa starting in the backfield. 4 receiver set for the Cats. 2 left, 2 right. Fake the handoff. Rolling near side is Aranda, throwing it underneath and just dumping it off. Was looking to get Matthew Garcia, was under a whole lot of pressure from the Seminole line. That young man had turned around so I could get his number. That's, I believe, Chase Elrod, maybe Jose Rosales. I don't have a 55. I've got 2 58s, but I don't have a 55. Either way you look at it, it is incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 for your Wildcats. From the 21-yard line, Lovington football. As Aranda gets the play in, brings it in from the sideline. And he will have Ochoa in the backfield with him once again. Left, Twins right from the near hash mark, just underway, first quarter. Good snap, Ashton with it. Pressure comes, throws a little out near side to Cesar Gonzalez, and Cesar going to get it up at the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. They're going to be important now for the Cats to find a way to keep the chains moving. So 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats. Nose the ball right on their own 25-yard line. Seminole in the road whites with black letters and numbers and the headdress design on the helmet. The Cats in the home blues with the white letters and numbers. Cats going to send Twins left, 1 right. They keep a tight end of the game for a little bit of extra protection. Send a man in motion. That is Gonzalez. Little play fake, little pump. Aranda rolls near side under pressure. Now he's just going to turn it, tuck it, take it himself, and he's going to step out of bounds across the 30 at the 31-yard line. It should be enough to move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats. Good pressure and pursuit being put on by Kevin Guffey, the defensive end for the Seminole Indians. But nice job by Aranda to know exactly what he needed to get for the 1st down, and he got it. It's a pickup of 6 and move the chains. Ball control going to be very important tonight for the Wildcats. As Ashton will come in from the sidelines, bring in the play. Seminole going to run 4 men across the front. And go in man coverage. Send Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Split backs in the backfield for the Cats. Send Gonzalez in motion from the left to the right. Hand it off on the end around. Ochoa is going to be hit after he gets a couple of yards. Putting a big hit on Cayman Ochoa. Number 27, that was Darren Landrum. Also Portillo getting a shot in on him too. So for Cayman Ochoa, it'll be a pickup, looks like a 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 7 for your Wildcats from their own 34-yard line. Clock continues to move. 1 minute gone now in the ball game. And the Cats going to play a little bit more ball control here. Again, looking down the sideline for Perez. Haven't seen him into the game yet. It'll be a 4 receiver set. Twins left, Twins right. And fake the handoff to Ochoa. Aranda with time, throws it over the middle and almost picked off across the middle. He was trying to get Cesar Gonzalez coming up the seam, and it was knocked away at the last minute by Guido Portillo. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. Aranda not putting quite enough zip on the ball. Portillo with good speed from the safety position. Managed to get a hand on it and knock it away, incomplete. And so now 3rd down and 7. If you're the Cats, you do not want to see your opening drive stall out against a team from Seminole that can be pretty high-powered, but the line so far has done a good job of giving Aranda time to move and time to do what he wants to do. So an important 3rd down and 7 here early in the game. Twins left, Twins right. High snap, Aranda handles it. Back pedals, now he rolls right, looking for somebody to get open. Now he dumps it underneath, and he's going to get it across the 40 up to the 42-yard line on the near side. It'll be complete, and it'll be a pickup of about 8. And the pass thrown to Matthew Garcia, so good for 8 yards and move the chains. 1st down for the Cats. We're going to move them to the 43-yard line, a 9-yard gain officially. Let me get my numbers corrected in the book here. So 9 yards officially for the Wildcats, and it'll be a 1st down and 10. Move the chains. Second first down of the drive. From the shotgun, as always, Aranda with it, pitches near side, coming around, and there is Cardenas, and he just pulls the head down, puts the shoulders down, and bowls forward to the 50-yard line. Pick up a 7 for Dallas Cardenas, and that'll make it 2nd down and 3. Of course, Cardenas, 190 yards last week, had a huge game in the Wildcats' loss. Brought down by Creed Carlisle, the senior defensive back for this Seminole squad. So 2nd down and 3. You just want to take chunks out of it as you can. Matriculate the ball down the field, as the late great Hank Stram used to say. And that's exactly what Coach G and his staff are doing right now. Now Ashton has the play back in, ball right at the 50. 9:15 remaining in the first. Hand it off, Cardenas on a little trap up the middle. He's going to bang forward into Seminole territory and get to the 45-yard line. It is a pickup of 5 yards, and it moves the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats, their 3rd first down of this opening possession. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Lovington being very, not cautious necessarily, but just playing good, fundamental, solid football, which is what you're going to have to do to a team like Seminole. Seminole does have a lot of size up front and in the linebacking core. Lovington going to try and wear them down a little bit if they can. Clock continues to move, 8:40 to go. Play clock down to 5. They'll get it off quickly. Twins left, 1 to the right. Split backs in the backfield, send a man in motion, fake the handoff, they'll swing it out. Complete across the 45, up to the 40 before the receiver is brought down, as making the catch is Ryan Weiser. The Weiser going to move it forward. He's going to pick up 7 on the play, so the 7-yard completion to Weiser makes it 2nd down and 3. So 2nd and 3 for the Wildcats. And Evie, I will text you here momentarily what Dawn needs over in Tularosa. You can tell her it is my email address, my work email, if you would. 2nd down and 3 to go after the completion to Weiser. Man in motion, dropping back, looking to go. Aranda going to have to take it himself, gets hit around the face mask. No flag, pedals out, gets it around near side, gets it to Gonzalez at the 25, to the 20, down the sideline, and is going to be bumped out at the 11-yard line. A late flag coming in. Touchdown saving bump by Braden Bailey, but this one may be coming back. He gets to the 12. So that would be a pickup of 27 to Gonzalez, who found some room. But it'll all depend, and we'll have a hold down the field on Lovington. So holding, first penalty of the ball game on Lovington. But a great job by Aranda buying time to find Gonzalez down the field. So they'll move that one all the way back outside the 30 to the 32-yard line. It is still enough for another Wildcat first down. They're 5th on this drive. So move them back to the 32 because it's 10 yards from the spot, but it will be a first down for your Lovington Wildcats. Cats just marching the ball steadily down the field. Twins left, twins right from the near hash. Aranda barks out the signal. Two-step drop, pump fake comes near side, and dangerous pass tipped up in the air, and that one is going to be picked off as getting a hold of it and coming back with it is number 27, Landrum, after it got popped up in the air by Carlisle. And so dangerous pass that never should have left the hand. And it is the INT, and that will end the Cats' drive inside Seminole territory. Landrum will bring it back to the 34-yard line, and that is where the Indians of Seminole will take over. And Evie, you can tell Dawn that the password is the same as the password for her email. But use my work email as the login. So Blake Flowers will lead his team out. The senior quarterback, Lovington, puts 3 men across the front. One receiver left, one to the right, and on the end around, they've got a man. Stiff arm, but Cayman Ochoa gets him and gets him quickly. Lovington not fooled at all by that one as the pitch out to Kramer, Collier Kramer. He's actually going to get back to the line of scrimmage, so officially no game. Great job by Ochoa. Single back in the backfield. Now they'll send him in motion. Flowers claps for it, gets it, and whistles sound and flags fly. And I think we're going to have too many men in motion. False start on Seminole. It will be false start on the Indians. They'll move them back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 15. Of course, their first offensive possession of the ball game. 6 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. And a whistle going to sound. Nope, they're just resetting it, telling them they're ready. So Seminole moving from the right to the left. Put 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Make that 2 to the right. One man in the backfield with Flowers from the shotgun. Flowers, good snap. 3-step drop, not a lot of pressure. Has time. He'll sling it down the sideline. Has a man wide open and overthrows his intended target as Canton Kramer got well beyond the offense and just misfired. That would have been a sure 6 on the board. Lovington lost Kramer right up the seam and nothing they could do about it. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 now for Seminole. Lovington's defense thus far has managed to hold. Empty set in the backfield this time, but 2 tight ends in the game for Seminole. Twins to the left side. Low snap. Flowers handles it. 3-step drop. Pressure comes. Steps up, rolls away from it. He'll toss it underneath and tries to get Kramer at the 40, but can't hang on to it. Good pressure being applied by the Lovington Wildcats with Anthony Gomez applying pressure, as was Anson Marquez. It'll be incomplete. And so it'll be 4th down and 15, and I think it's going to be punt time for the Seminole Indians. So the Indians will punt it away. Back deep to receive for your Wildcats will be Gonzalez. And the kick is up by Flowers. It's a high end-over-ender, and Caesar just going to watch that one. It'll take a huge Indian bounce, go inside the 10, and be downed at about the 5-yard line as they pin the Cats back deep. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Wildcat football. After a booming punt, the Cats are pinned back deep. They're at their own 5-yard line. No score here from Wildcat Stadium. The handoff to Cardenas. He takes it around the left side, across the 10, out to the 15-yard line before he is finally going to be stood up by a couple of Indians. He should have enough to move the chains for the 1st down. It'll all depend on the spot. Yep, on Dallas is going to have it. So move the chains. 1st down Cats. Their first of the drive. Their 6th 1st down of the ball game. So it'll be a Wildcat 1st down. And Dallas Cardenas picking up right where he left off 1 week ago. The pressure and the coverage applied by Jose Rosales. So 1st and 10 from the 15. The Cats doing a nice job getting out of the shadow of their own goalpost. No score, 5.5 minutes to go here in the 1st. Single back in the backfield is Cardenas. Bunch a couple of receivers up tight to the left, and Cardenas going to bring it back to the right. Not a lot of running room. Gets out to about the 16, but no more than that. So Cardenas got swarmed under that time. Joseph Acuna, the big nose guard, making the stop. It'll be a pickup of 1 for on Dallas that time. 4 carries, 23 yards. So second down and 9 for the Wildcats. As Aranda will bring the play in from the sideline. Great to be with you and to have you with us tonight here on Z94 KZOR and around the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Lovington going to split twins left, twins right from right in the middle of the field. Second down and 9. Send a man in motion from the left to the right. That's Weezer. And pressure comes immediately, and Aranda just going to have to throw that one away. Weezer was in the neighborhood, but a tremendous amount of pressure being put on by Seminole and Kevin Guffey. So incomplete, and it'll be third down and 9. Guffey came through the line that time like he knew exactly what Lovington had called and exactly what the snap count was. Nothing Ashton could do but run for his life. The incompletion, clock will stop with 4:39 remaining here in the first quarter. Still no score in this one. Each team has had a possession. Lovington's defense holding Seminole to a 3-and-out. Lovington with a long opening drive, but an INT ending it in Seminole territory. So it'll be third down and 9 from the Cats' own 16-yard line. Going max protect here as Seminole shows blitz. Aranda is going to be pressured back in and just slings it out of the end zone, and that should be rough. That should be an intentional grounding. And, yep, they're going to go ahead and throw it, and it will be intentional grounding and a safety, I do believe, since it happened from the end zone. So it'll be a sack officially for Seminole. So it is going to be a 16-yard sack, and it will be intentional grounding, and it will be a safety. So it's a 16-yard sack for Seminole and the safety. So injury to insult. Seminole takes the early 2-0 lead, and Lovington will have to kick it away. Lovington's line, they saw Seminole was going to blitz. They put in the heavies, but just nothing they could do. And I'm not sure what you can do in that situation. It's been a long, long time since I played high school football. I know when we were in situations like that way back when, we would just put usually our best running back up under center and have him just bowl forward and see if he could get some yards and maybe break through. But Lovington with the safety, Seminole getting the safety, and so now they will turn the ball over. So Seminole leads 2-0 with 4:33 to go. Lovington's line just not able to handle the pressure on that. So it'll be Seminole football after a free kick for the Wildcats. And yeah, I think everybody's a little backwards here as Lovington's coming out to the Seminole 20. I'd like to say we could kick it from the 20. We'll go back to our own 20 to kick it from there. Of course, while we've got a moment, a big thank you tonight from our friends at Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, and Devon Energy making Wildcat football possible here on Z94 KZOR and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Of course, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, somebody gets $100 of my money. Been holding on to that money for 2 seasons now. I'd like to give it away. I tell your friends they can watch absolutely free of charge on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, somebody gets $100 of my money. And I'll give you another 100 for every 1,000 subscribers after that. So please subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So Lovington going to opt to kick it away. Brennan Garcia, number 52, on to do the kicking duties. Couple of Indians back deep to receive, depending on what happens with the kick. So Garcia to boot it away. I believe back deep to receive is Kevin Guffey. And I'll check that other number. That may be Alan Castaneda back there, number 8, but I'll know for sure when they turn around. So Brennan has it teed up, and he'll come up, and he will kick it away. It'll be a short end-over-ender Going to be fielded on the near side by Kramer. He's across the 40 to the 45, still on his feet into Wildcat territory, pushing forward inside the 50 down to the 47-yard line. One of the Wildcats slipped down, so Seminole has fantastic field position to start their second offensive possession of the ball game. They lead 2-0 after an intentional grounding safety. So now it's going to be up to the Lovington defense to step up. They did a nice job on the opening possession, holding Seminole to a 3-and-out with no gain on their first possession. But inside Lovington territory now from the Cats, 47. Indians football. Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield is Kramer with Flowers. Barks it out, gets it. He'll hand it off, going over the right side and putting the head down and moving forward to about the 40-yard line is going to be, let me double check that number 26. That's Garrett Lentz. So Lentz picking up at 8 yards. So it'll be second down and 2. So 2nd and 2, and coming over the near side and just carrying it up and over for the first down. It'll be a pickup of 3, and it'll be Lentz again. That is the first down of the ball game for Seminole. Now they are moving a little bit faster. Twins left, Twins right. Flowers with it. No pressure. Steps up, throws it underneath. Has a man across the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be complete to number 17. That is Hector Contreras. So Contreras. Are they going to say it's skip? Nope, they're going to say incomplete. No, incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10 as we got a flag going early and just a little over-the-middle dump-off. Good pressure for the Cats, but I don't know if they moved or if it was going to be, I don't know if it's going to be offsides or false start. Everybody was moving on that one, and it will be offsides on Seminole. It'll be 2nd and 15. They had a man line up offsides, so no false start, but a lining up offsides. Moves them back 5 yards, 2nd down and 15. Coach Pointer has picked up the pace for his Seminole Indians. 2nd and 15, ball back at the 40-yard line. Flowers is the quarterback, Lentz is the deep back. Twins left, Twins right, from right in the middle of the field. 3:29 remaining. Seminole leading 2-0. Flowers with time, throws it over on the far side, has a man, that's Kramer at the 30, to the 25, still on his feet and finally going to be knocked out of bounds at the 18-yard line. So it is a pickup of 22 yards on the completion. Actually, that was Contreras, number 17. So the 22-yard completion, and it'll move the chains for the Indians. Moving again as they hand it off to Lentz. He bangs right up the middle, is going to be across the 15 and down to about the 10-yard line. Lentz just barreling forward. 3 carries for 19 yards. And it'll be second down and about 1. As Flowers going to throw it underneath to Kramer at the 10. Cuts it back inside the 5. Dragging Wildcats with him down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 9 on the completion to Kramer. The Cats getting a hold of him, but not able to do much with it. Again, I apologize about the scoreboard, and they are just going to hand it off. And Lentz is up the middle and into the end zone for the Seminole touchdown. So the 1-yard dive into the end zone, and Seminole will take an 8-0 lead. So 8-0 just like that. 2:48. Seminole taking advantage of a Lovington mistake and bringing the hammer. So the point after to come from the kicker Favela. Lovington going to try and come after it. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Good pressure coming through Matthew Garcia, but not quite able to get a hand on it. And so with 2:48 remaining here in the first quarter, it's Seminole 9, Lovington nothing. We're back in a minute here on Z94 KZOR. Seminole takes it 47 yards. It's capped off by a 1-yard fullback dive for Lentz, and the point after is good. And with 2:48 remaining, the Seminole Indians taking advantage of a Lovington mistake, a intentional grounding safety, and good field position to go up early 9-0. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight with the Jowl Panthers in Tularosa. She'll be back with us next week and for the rest of the season, I do hope. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. As Favela kicks it away, it'll be a high end over ender. And going back and just watching it sail over his head is Cayman Ochoa. It'll go back out of the back of the end zone. And so the Cats will bring it out to the 20-yard line where they will start their third possession of the ball game. Now trailing 9-0. So the Cats going to be looking to get that score back. They have got to find a way to protect Ashton Aranda. The heat has been coming, to put it mildly. So the line definitely going to need to step up here. And Aranda going to have to find a way to get the ball out of his hand early. Maybe throw some underneath routes, look for some quick crossing routes, just something that they can get a little separation. 1st and 10 for Aranda. Cardenas in the backfield with him. He'll pitch it to Cardenas, coming near side, crosses the 20, cuts it back to cross the 25, out to the 30, out to the 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12, but we got a flag back at the 20. I think we've got a hold in the line, and so it'll be coming back. Seminoles clapping like they know what it's going to be, and it will be holding on the Wildcats, and so that'll wipe out a great run by Dallas Cardenas. Second penalty for 20 yards for the Wildcats, and that'll move them all the way back to the 10, and we'll replay it at 1st down and 20. So 1st and 20 for the Cats now, trailing 9-0. From the 10-yard line, you don't want to sputter out here as Aranda brings it in. The Cats have been very methodical, and I think that is a good thing. Control the clock. Seminole picked up the tempo in a big way their last time up. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Cardenas in the backfield. Aranda going to send him in motion. Ashton, 3-step drop, dumps it over the middle, has a man. That's Caesar. Gonzalez goes back to the 10, runs backwards and is hit back at the 5 and is going to be brought down as nowhere to go. He would have had maybe positive yardage as it is. He is going to lose 3 yards as Kevin Guffey will knock him down. So it is a loss of 3 to Caesar as Caesar gets it but goes the wrong way. And so now it'll be 2nd down and 23. So 2nd and 23 for the Wildcats. Gonzalez, 3 catches tonight for 28 yards. 44 through the air for Ashton Aranda. Under 2 minutes to play here in a fast-moving first quarter on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. I'm TJ Miracle on the Z94 KZOR app and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. As whistles sound, timeout taken. Coach G seeing something that he did not like. I think maybe he was seeing Seminole loading up to come after him again. So Lovington takes the timeout with 1:44 to go in the first. We'll take it with them back in a minute on KZOR. Second down and 23 out of the Lovington timeout, but they are moving backwards. They're at their own 7-yard line. I'm TJ Miracle. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Seminole leading this one 9-0. As Lovington going to come out and spin trips to the right side and one to the left from the far hash mark. Seminole comes up, shows blitz. Aranda rolls near side, gets a good block from Cardenas. It's shaken off. Ashton comes back across the body, has a man, gets out of a tackle, and across the 15 to the 20. That's Weiser. As Weiser going to be out to the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 to Ryan. Not enough for a first down, but definitely helps the feelings. That'll make it 3rd down and 10. Let me get this set up there. There we go. So 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats, but they went from their own shadow of their own goalpost, basically. Weiser, 2 catches, 20 yards tonight. 57 yards through the air for Aranda. So now need to convert this first down if they can. So 3rd down and 10. Ball at between the 20 and the 21-yard line. Twins left, Twins right. Aranda hit as he throws. Has a man near side. It's across the 30 to the 32-yard line as he dumps that one out to Matthew Garcia. He'll pick up 11, and it'll move the chains. First down, Wildcats. So move the chains, first down, Cats. An important 3rd and 10 converted with that 12-yard completion, 11-yard completion officially. So now the Cats starting to move the ball a little bit. Going to have to get the plays off quicker once they snap the ball. Seminole is bringing it on everything they've got. Everybody bunched in tight near side. Hand it off on Dallas. Starts left. Keeps it left over tackle. Puts his head down. We got a rugby scrum coming across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 4. Make it 5. 2nd down and 5. And Dallas 28 yards on 5 carries. 2nd down and 5. Ball just shy of the 40, right at the 39-yard line. Clock moves, 20 seconds to go. Lovington does not have to snap the ball again. They can let the play clock run out. And Aranda taking his time over with Coach G on the sideline, and I think maybe he's going to just go ahead and have him stay over there, and we will end the first quarter of action. So that'll be the end of the first quarter as Lovington trailing Seminole by a score of 9-0. But on the march, we'll be back in 1 minute. This is Wildcat Football on KZOR. 9-0 Seminole in the lead after the first quarter. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium in Lovington. Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR. I'm TJ Miracle. Lovington getting out of the shadow of their own goalpost with some big catches by Ryan Weiser. Big run by Dallas Cardenas. And Matthew Garcia, big catch to convert. So Lovington trailing 9-0, but on the march, facing a second down and about 4 to go as we start this second quarter. They are at the Seminole 39-yard line as Aranda going to bring the play in from the sideline. Lovington would like to just keep the chains moving, keep clock control. Seminole going to go with a hurry-up offense. I think we've seen that. Split backs in the backfield and Twins right. Send a man in motion. That is Weiser. Fake it, and they'll swing it out to Weiser on the tailback screen. He's got a man missed across the 45 and to the 50, and he is going to be suplexed there. But Weiser will have more than enough for the first down. It's 11 yards to Ryan Weiser, and the suplex applied by Ryan McCormick. McCormick may be trying out for the WWE next year. 31 yards on 3 carries to Ryan. 68 yards through the air for Aranda. And it'll be first down. 8th first down of the ball game for the Cats. And they have it right at midfield. A nice job by the Cats, just running the little running back screen. Now they're going to split twins left, twins right. Cardenas in the backfield with Aranda. From the near hash mark, going to shift Cardenas from the left shoulder to the right. Now they're going to split him out. Ashton going to swing it out to on Dallas. He's got it inside Seminole territory, and he crosses the 45 down to about the 43, 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 on the little swing out to on Dallas, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. So 2nd and 3 on the 7-yard completion. 75 yards so far in the first half passing. For Aranda, they have started getting the ball out of his hand a lot quicker, and that's helping nullify the pressure from the Indians. So Lovington will bring it up to the line, send trips to the right side, 1 to the left. Cardenas is the back on the left shoulder. Aranda gets it, 3-step drop, throws it near side, has a man, and it'll be complete across the 40 down to the 34-yard line near side. And so getting that to DeMarcus Thompson, his first catch of the season. So Thompson gets it down, and it'll be a pickup of 9 and move the chains for the Wildcats. So another first down. They continue to move things along. So the 9-yard completion. Lovington just going to dink and dunk and chip away at it. As Aranda going to bring the play in from the sideline. Ball at the 36-yard line. Lovington inside Seminole territory. 10:39, the clock stopped when DeMarcus stepped out. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Good snap, Ashton with it. Pressure comes, slings it down the seam, trying to get Thompson and just overthrows him. Thompson was cutting it back in against good coverage from Ryan McCormick, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats back at the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of miscommunication. It's Thompson's first game of the season. He was out last week. Just a little miscommunication there between quarterback and fleet wide receiver. 9-0 Seminole in the lead. 10.5 minutes to go first half. But Lovington moving the ball. Empty set in the backfield. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. For the Cats, Seminole shows blitz, and they jump all over the place. That should be offsides on the Indians. And it will be offsides on Seminole. That'll be their 3rd penalty for 15 yards. And it'll gift the Cats 5 yards. Now 2nd down and 5. I can go the right way on the score bug. So move it to the 31-yard line. You'll take whatever they will give you. The 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. Aranda going to bring the play in. Lovington trailing by 9. But still a long way to go in this one. So Ashton will bring in the play. Play clock down to 10. That's what they've been doing most of the game. Empty set in the backfield again. He'll put Cardenas in the slot on the left side. Trips to the right. Ashton with it. Throws the wide receiver screen and almost picked off as not turning around was Cesar Gonzalez and shooting through. Trying to get a bead on that one was Rowan Donaldson. The linebacker had a bead on it just out of his grasp. And so now it'll be 3rd down and 5. So 3rd down and 5. Clock stops with 10:29 remaining here in the first half. 9-0. Seminole in the lead. This one has been entertaining thus far, especially if you're from Seminole. Lovington would love nothing more than to get into it a little bit more. Seminole's band playing. You can do that in Texas. Normally New Mexico, they make you stop. Twins left, twins right. 3rd down and 5 from the 31-yard line. Aranda with it. Delayed handoff. Gives it to Cardenas. Stiff arms a man across the 30 to the 25. And flags all over the place down to about the 24-yard line as Cardenas dragging Braden Bailey with him. That's going to be in the neighborhood of a hold or a face mask. We'll have to see. Could go either way. Going to be a pickup of about 8, but it'll depend on the penalty, and it will be personal foul, face mask on Seminole. So give Cardenas the 8 yards and move the chains. First down on the personal foul variety of the face mask. 4 penalties, 30 yards for Seminole, and it gives Lovington a gift, and it'll move them all the way down to the 11-yard line inside of the Seminole red zone. Lovington trying to chop into this 2-score lead. 10:15 remaining here in the first half of play. Lovington and Seminole. From the shotgun, Aranda with twins left, twins right. Does the hard count and jumping off sides and putting his hand up on his helmet, not happy with himself, is Joseph Acuna, and it will be offsides on Seminole. 5-yard penalty, and that'll give them a first down and 5. First and 5 inside the 10, ball at the 6-yard line. So first and 5 for the Wildcats. They have 10 first downs so far in the ball game. They can get a first down without a touchdown. But you know Coach G, he's just going to go if he thinks he can do it. First down and 5 as Ashton brings the play in. Got to get it up there in a hurry. 9 seconds left on the play clock. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gets it off. Aranda rolls near side, directs traffic, slings it into the end zone, and incomplete. Was under intense pressure once again, this time from Seth Buccio and also Jordy Portillo. The intended target was Cayman Ochoa, and it is incomplete. So now it'll be second down and 5 from the 6-yard line for the Wildcats. Second and 5 for the Wildcats as Aranda going to bring the play in. 9.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Lovington trying to chip into a 9-point Seminole lead. Send twins left, twins right. Cardenas is the deep back. Send a man in motion right to left. That's Gonzalez. Hand it off. Cardenas, a little stutter step inside the 5. Still on his feet. Drags a couple Indians with him down to about the 2-yard line. Going to be very close to the first down. Grabbing the shirt and saving the touchdown was Jose Rosales. And is he going to be just shy of the first down? So it'll be a 4-yard gain. So it'll be third down and 1. And so third down and 1. The Cats knocking on the door from the 3-yard line officially. From the 2-yard line officially. So third and 1. The Cats do not want to stall out here. Everybody in tight, one man split wide to the left side. Cardenas in the backfield with Aranda. Ashton with it. Option pitch to Cardenas, hitting the backfield. Gets away from it, puts his shoulders down over the right tackle, and is he in? Is he in? They're going to say he is short, but he gets enough for the first down. He's right on the doorstep. But it'll be enough. Won't be enough for the touchdown, but it will be enough to move the chains. First and goal from the 1-yard line. 11th first down for the Wildcats. So now first and goal. We saw this situation last week. The Cats not able to punch it in on Roswell High's doorstep. Let's see what they can do against Seminole. First and goal from the 1-inch line as Ashton brings in the play. 8:20 remaining in the first half. Lovington going to put the jumbos in up front. Single man split wide to the left is Marquez. Hand it off to Cardenas and nowhere to run. And I think actually going to get back to the line. No more than that on Dallas Cardenas. No gain. So second and goal from the 1. A kind of deja vu all over again, to quote the late great Yogi Berra. Coming over and laying down on the sideline. Cardenas not feeling good. I think he's down. I think maybe he got clipped in the ankle a little bit. So you certainly hope that young man is okay. It'll be up to the rest of the Cats. Maybe you run a little screen here. Twins left, one right from the 1-yard line. Second down and goal. High snap, Ashton with it. Rolls right, is hitting the backfield and is going to fall forward to get to about the line of scrimmage again. No gain for Ashton. And now it is third and goal from the 1. Great pursuit down the line for Seminole. And so that was Acuna and also Rosales. A couple other Indians in on the pursuit on that one. Also, number 60, Carmine Flores. So now it's third and goal from the 1. And they actually moved him backwards to the 2. So third and goal from the 2. 6:50 remaining. The Cats have got to figure it out. They had the stand last week. Not able to punch it in from inside the 1. Don't want to see it happen again. Twins left, Twins right. Zen Weiser in motion, but flags fly, and I think we're going to have a false start on the Cats, and it will be actually a timeout taken by Lovington. So Lovington will burn its second timeout, trying to figure out the Seminole defense on 3rd and goal from the 2. 6.5 minutes to go, first half. Seminole leads Lovington 9-0. We're back in a minute on KZOR. Out of the Wildcat timeout, it is 3rd and goal for the Wildcats from the Seminole 2-yard line, trying to punch it in and cut into a 9-0 lead. Aranda from the shotgun. He's got Marquez in the back. That's Ochoa in the backfield with him. Send Weiser in motion left to right. Aranda with it. They send the safety blitz. Throws it over the top and overthrows his intended target. That was Anson Marquez, so incomplete. Marquez had a little bit of separation, but they were bringing the house, were the Indians. He's double checking that number, as putting on the pressure was Donaldson again, the linebacker. And we've got a timeout as a Wildcat is down on the field. We certainly hope he's okay now. He's getting up under his own power as the training staff comes out. Double check that young man's number. So 6:28 remaining here in this first half of play. Seminole leading 9-0, a safety on Aranda, and then they put in the 2-minute offense to burn it down the field. Got the touchdown and the point after. Lovington in trouble on this drive. Have basically had to drive at the length of the field. At one point they were stuck back at their own 3-yard line. Now they are on the Seminole 2, trying to punch it in. As up and hobbling is Marcus Henderson, number 74. We know who Marcus is now. I'd like to thank his family for making sure we knew that, and Dawn Morgan as well, finding that out for us last week. For some reason, Marcus didn't get included on our roster last week. He is on this week's. So Henderson up and off under his own power. That is a good sign. Maybe just a little bit of, maybe just got hit right in the leg muscle, kind of cramped it up a little bit. So 4th and goal from the 2. Lovington is on their feet and making noise, bunching them in tight. Aranda from the shotgun. Got Ochoa with him. Fake the handoff. Pressure comes. Throws it underneath into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. The 2-yard dump off is complete to Cesar Gonzalez, and the Cats are on the board. Gonzalez, 4 catches for 30 yards, and Lovington has gotten the goose egg off the board and has climbed to within 3. So now 9-6 the score. Still more than half of this one to go. Brennan Garcia on to attempt the extra point. Looks like out of the hold of Ashton Aranda, although Coach G may elect to go for 2 here. Pardon me. Aranda going to make sure everybody knows they are bringing the house, and it looks like Seminole will indeed attempt to bring the house. So Garcia and not going to get that one. We're going to have an offsides on Seminole. Yep, it will be offsides on Seminole. It'll be the official call, yep. And so they'll roll the play clock again, so it'll be half the distance to the goal. I do believe. Yep, it'll be a 1-yard penalty, so I got to put it in the books as a 1-yard penalty. So we will attempt the point after again. Garcia out of the hold of Aranda. So Lovington trying to get this back to within just the safety. Ashton going to go up, count everybody, make sure they all know, do what you can. Seminole is going to bring the house. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and I think it got tipped at the line, and it goes wide to the right. It is no good. With 6:20 remaining in the first half, it's Seminole 9, Lovington 6. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Z94 KZOR. The Wildcats march it down from inside their own 10-yard line, and a 2-yard catch into the corner of the end zone. Aranda to Gonzalez, and the Cats are on the board. The point after no good, but it's now just a 3-point lead for the Seminole Indians. 9-6 our score. 6:20 remaining in the first half. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment with our friends in Jowl. She'll be back with us next week. Evie Stuber with us in studio engineering and producing tonight. So the Cats are on the board, and teeing it up will be Brennan Garcia. So Garcia to boot it away, and now it'll be up to the Lovington defense. So Brennan will get it away, and it is a high end-over-ender, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians from the 20-yard line. Of course, don't forget, next week it'll be homecoming here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Santa Teresa's Desert Warriors going to be coming into town. We'll be on the air about 6:45 next Friday night. Kickoff at 7. Of course, you can't worry about homecoming next week. Got to worry about the team in front of you, which is a tough Seminole Indians squad. 4A New Mexico, 4A Texas battle. As Flowers leads his squad back out. Lentz is the deep back with him. They're going to send trips to the left and one down to the right. Lovington in man coverage. They'll hand it off. Actually, that is not Lentz. That is another new running back in the ball game, and that is going to be, let me find that, that's going to be Knight Davis. So Davis going to wind up with a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. Good job up front by the Cats as they're going to go into the hurry-up offense. Fake the handoff again, dump it over near side. That one will be complete, and with some running room to the 30, to the 40, to the 50. One man to beat on the way is Kramer, Collier Kramer, and he's going to take it all the way in, 78 yards for the Seminole touchdown. So Kramer, the other Kramer, with a 78-yard touchdown as he got free and took off. So the 78-yard score, and Seminole responds immediately to Lovington's touchdown. 109 yards, 3 of 6, 109, and a touchdown for Flowers. Sorry if I missed that one on the camera. And you got to remember, I'm doing everything myself tonight. High snap. It's down, and Fuentes will boot it through, and it is good. So just like that, Seminole responds with 5:45 remaining in the first half. It is Seminole 16, Lovington 6. We are back in 1 minute on Z94 KZOR. A 78-yard touchdown toss from the quarterback Blake Flowers to Collier Kramer. And the point after is good. So with 5:45 remaining here in the first half, it's Seminole 16, Lovington 6. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, I'm TJ Miracle. Fuentes will tee it up. Jesus Favela tees it up and prepares to boot it away. So Favela, he's going to kick it. It'll be a short one, going to come to one of the up men at the 30, where it is fielded and hit immediately as the Wildcats. Good coverage. Credit where credit is due down the field for number 33. I don't have a number 33 on the roster, but he was down there in a hurry. And so Hagan Lizardo with the fielding on that one. So 5:41 to go. Lovington trails by 10 first half. Got to think Lovington's just going to continue to do their ball control and try and get that score back. Seminole with the quick strike offense taking advantage on their last possession. So Lovington going to come out, twins to the left, one to the right, split backs in the backfield. Send a man in motion, that's Weiser. And they will hand it off on a little counter and up across the 40, out to the 43-yard line. Nice move there by Cayman Ochoa. It'll be an 11-yard gain for Ochoa and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. So up to the 43, make it the 44 officially. Lovington, when they've had field to work with, has done a nice job moving the ball. Had a little trouble when they tighten up against either one of the goal lines tonight, but all in all, when they've got a little space to work in, you're just waiting for that big play. Seminole going to bring everybody up. They are showing blitz. Single back in the backfield is Ochoa again. As Aranda, high snap, they'll pitch it near side. Ochoa on the sweep, crosses the 45, spin move, gets away from one man, across the 50 into Seminole territory to the 43-yard line, where he is drugged down by a whole host of Seminole Indians. Coming out from the bottom of the pile for Seminole is number 7, that's Bailey. But it's a 9-yard gain for Ochoa, and it'll be second down and 1. So second and 1 after Ochoa's 9-yard gain. Good help. This one's going to be coming back. We've got a chop block on Lovington. So wipe out that one and move them back. I believe that is a 10-yarder from the spot of the foul. And if that happened in the backfield, let's see where they're moving it for sure. And they're going to move that in all the way back to the 30-yard line. Ouch. Winds up as a 15-yard penalty. 3 penalties, 35 yards for the Wildcats. So move them all the way back inside the 30 to the 29 officially. Ouch, that one hurts. So it'll be second down and a whole bunch. Second down and 29 officially for the Cats, as that one happened behind the line, and now they're going to wind the clock. 4:44 to go. Lovington going to reset. They did not reset the game clock, or rather the play clock. Now they've got it rolling. Aranda from the shotgun facing first and 25. Hand it off. Ochoa right side gets it up to the 30, and we will have flags on the play. So we'll see. That may be in the neighborhood of a hold. Flags are flying here tonight. And we'll have personal foul face mask on Seminole. And so that'll be a 15-yarder on Seminole. And so that'll get Lovington 15 of those yards back. So they get the 15 back that they lost. And now it'll be second down and 10. So we'll reset it. Second and 10. Back up at the 45-yard line. All right, back and forth as both teams getting a little bit of the penalty bug here. Pardon me for a second. Need to make a quick adjustment on my headgear. So it'll be second down and 10. All right, we're just going back and forth with the penalties. Ball at the 45-yard line. 4:11 to go here in the first half. Trips left, one right. Lovington trails by 10. Aranda barks out the signals. Low snap, handles it, tosses it, goes to the corner, has a man, and run out of bounds is Matthew Garcia, but he's going to get, looks like 8 of them. So Garcia's third catch of the ball game. And so it'll be third down and 2. So Garcia, nice job. Now 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. They are in Seminole territory. Or nope, they're going to say that it was incomplete. So they're going to say incomplete, that he stepped out before he got it. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Darn it, I got to start using pencil for this. So back to 3rd and 10. I really thought he had it. So an important 3rd down and 10, 3:41 to go here in the first half. Lovington trailing by 10. Needing to score here. Seminole will have the ball first to start the second half, and their quick strike offense, if you leave them time, they could wind up actually being up by 24 in the blink of an eye on clock time. A lot of discussion going on. Lovington just taking their time. They have not started the play clock or the game clock. Now they'll go ahead and start it. So the Cats look like they're ready to go. Is Aranda going to bring the play in? As whistle's going to sound this time, and now they're going to go ahead and roll the play clock. All right, here we go. So trips to the left, one to the right. Now they're going to shift everybody over. They're going to go jumbo to the left side. Ochoa is the deep back for the Wildcats. Aranda tries the hard count, doesn't get it. Now he's going to have to change the play at the line with 7 seconds to go on the play clock. Move around Ochoa. They'll pitch it to Ochoa near side. Gets a good block. Crosses the 45. Little spin move, and he is going to be upended at the 47-yard line. It'll wind up being a 3-yard gain for Ochoa, but he got blasted. Trying to see who came through and got him. That was big number 77 that stood him up, Richter Connolly. So it'll be 4th down and 7. They are in Seminole territory, or right on the doorstep of it. Yeah, Lovington on their own 48, 49-yard line. So Coach G, you've got to think, is going to go for it. Clock continues to move. 4th down and 7. Inside Lovington's own territory. Empty backs. Trips right, 2 to the left. Seminole going to bring everybody up close to the line. Try and get something out quick here. Aranda rolls right side, looks, throws, has a man underneath, complete, and move the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats as he gets that one to guess who? Cesar Gonzalez, as he will get it down to the 42-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 10 and move the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats. 90 yards for Ashton Aranda. 1st down and 10. They convert on the 4th down. From the 42, now inside Seminole territory. Caesar stepped out, so it stops the clock with 2:55 remaining here in the first half of play. Lovington trying to get the touchdown back. It's in twins left, twins right. Deep back is going to be Ochoa. And they'll fake the handoff to Ochoa, and Ashton is creamed just as he tosses it, but it is out, and it is going to be knocked away at the last minute by Landrum. And Aranda got absolutely creamed as he let that one go. Intended target down the field. That was Anson Marquez. It'll be 2nd down and 10. I hit the wrong button there. There we go. 2nd down and 10. Pardon me, for the Wildcats from the Seminole 42. I like that Coach G decides to take the shot down the field. But a little bit underthrown. Lovington's receivers having a little trouble finding separation. But you can scheme out of that and give them a little more time. Twins to the left, now trips to the left, so they send a man in motion. They'll swing it out. Weiser on the running back screen, and he's hit behind the line and going to be brought down. Coming over and putting the big hit on him is going to be number 20, Donaldson, and it'll be a loss of 2 to Weiser. And Weiser, that'll be his 4th catch of the ball game, but he loses yards on it, so now it'll be 3rd down and 12. So 3rd and 12 back at the 44-yard line. Clock continues to move with 2:20 remaining here in the first half. 16-6 the score, Seminole in the lead. Lovington trips to the right, 2 to the left. Empty set in the backfield for Aranda from the shotgun. Seminole 4 men across the front. They're going to bring as much pressure as they can, throwing it near side, trying to get Weiser near side, and it'll be incomplete, out of the reach of Ryan under pressure from Creed Carlisle. So incomplete, and now it'll be 4th and 12. Decision time for Coach G, although I don't really think it's going to be much of a decision. I do believe he will go for it. We like to say G means go, and yep, here comes Aranda. They will occasionally quick kick it with Aranda, but I think trailing by 10, I think they're going to go ahead and probably go for it. Yes, they will. Trips right, 2 to the left. Aranda settles in right at the 50-yard line. Barks out the signals, gets it, and he will go ahead and quick kick it. It's a high end over-ender. It's going to bounce at the 10 and then go sideways, and Lovington going to manage to down it at the 1-yard line. A great job coming down the field by Weiser to knock that one down. So they try the quick kick, and it works to perfection. And so Lovington has got Seminole pinned deep inside their own territory with 1:49 remaining in the first half. Seminole does have all 3 of their timeouts. And they do go the hurry-up 2-minute offense, and they can strike quickly. Putting a lot on the defensive backs here for the Cats. I think maybe about going out into zone coverage if you're Lovington and their defensive staff is going man on and Beast lead to some problems. As now whistle's going to sound as looks like Coach G going to take his 3rd and final timeout with $1:49 remaining in the first half. Seminole 16, Lovington 6. Back in a minute on KZOR. Out of the Wildcat timeout, it'll be 1st down and 10 for Seminole, but they are pinned back on their own 1-yard line. Flowers from the shotgun, going to hand it off, going left side. And not a lot of running room for the senior running back, Davis. He's going to get a couple of yards out of it before Lovington converges on it and brings him down. It'll be 2nd down and 8. They are going into the hurry-up. Play fake as looking and throwing it wide down the middle, have Kramer, and he adjusts, and it is in and out of his hands as he had a step on Garcia, but overthrown and incomplete. And so now it'll be 3rd down and 8. So 3rd and 8, Lovington dodging a bullet there as the overthrow of Kramer. As he got just a step on Garcia. Good coverage by Garcia, but Kramer just managed to get behind him. Flowers just not quite able to loft that one in there. So now 3rd down and 8, Twins left, Twins right. Fake the handoff, and Flowers going to throw the wide receiver screen. Has a man, that's the other Kramer. He's to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, but a flag on the play. I think this one will be coming back. That's in the neighborhood of holding. It'd be good for about 16 yards, but I think we're going to have a hold, and Seminole's acting like this one's coming back. Both the side judge on the far side and the head official both throwing flags. So it'll be holding on Seminole, and so it'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll wind up being a 3-yard penalty. And so that'll make it 3rd down, and I can hit the right button. Should make it 3rd and 10 once again. Yep, so 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11 for the Indians back on the 1-yard line. 1:11 remaining in the first half. Seminole trying to tack onto a 10-point lead. Low snap, it's handled by Flowers. Pump fake left, now he's going to roll to the right. Keeping his eyes downfield, now he's just going to tuck it, taking himself across the 10 to the 15, and finally going to be pushed out by Garcia as he goes out at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 for Flowers, And that'll be enough for the Seminole first down. Just their third first down of the first half, but that gets them out of the shadow of the goal post. As Seminole will go at it again. Flowers with time. Lovington trying to get to him. Big battle going on in front of him. Flowers rolls near side, still looking. Now he throws it underneath and has a man up at the 40-yard line. Sliding in is Kramer. He's going to get 21, and they are in the hurry-up mode at first down and 10. So first down and 10, ball at the 41-yard line, under 40 seconds to play. I don't know why they're getting in such a hurry. They've got all three timeouts. From the 41, Twins left, Twins right. Low snap, Flowers handles it. Lovington trying to get pressure. Flowers rolls left, throws it back across his body, overthrows his intended target. That was Kramer down the field. It'll stop the clock and bring up a second down and 10. Give me a chance to catch up a little bit on some paperwork. 130 through the air for the senior quarterback Flowers. 99 of them coming to Kramer. The number 21 version of Kramer. The number 19 version also with a catch tonight for 9 yards. So Flowers going to come back out. Looks like they're going to send trips to the left and Twins to the right. Empty set in the backfield, 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Flowers changing the play and telling his guys get up on the line. Claps it, gets it, good snap. Pressure comes. Steps up in the middle across the 45 to the 50 inside Lovington territory and is yanked down from behind by Ryan Weiser after he crosses over to the 43-yard line inside Lovington territory. 9-7, that's another 16 yards for Flowers. And timeout will be taken by Seminole with 22 seconds to go in the first half. Of course, with Don Morgan on assignment tonight, we will not have a Bob's Thriftway Coaches conversation tonight, but we would like to say, as always, a huge thank you to Coach Gonzalez for allowing us to do that. We're going to have a lot to talk about in your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up in just a few minutes as well. Be sure you're here for that. I'm TJ Miracle. Tiff Stuber and Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Tiff's back at the station too, helping out with all of our games tonight. Of course, Tatum getting a 68-0 win earlier tonight. They send Alamo Navajo back up to northern New Mexico with a stinging loss. The number 1 versus 3 matchup in 2A that Don Morgan has got tonight on assignment. Jal and Tularosa having a pretty good battle. 7-7 at the end of the first quarter of that one over in Tularosa. So out of the timeout, it is first down and 10 inside Lovington territory. Seminole going to go quick strike. Trips left to right. Lovington looks like they're going to stay in man coverage. Flowers gets the snap, 3-step drop, has time, no pressure, now slings it across the middle and has a man sliding down. That's Kramer across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. It is a pickup of 9 to Kramer, and another timeout is going to be taken by Seminole, their second. So it'll be second down and 1. We'll just go ahead and keep it right here since we have halftime coming up in a mere 13 seconds of clock time. Hope you're doing well tonight wherever you are watching and listening. Don't forget, please subscribe to your Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Once we get to that magic 1,000 subscriber number, I will give you $100 of my own money. The station's not doing it. Our sponsors aren't doing it. A little bit of an incentive. So tell your friends to subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. It could make you or them $100 richer. So Seminole ready to go. They've still got one timeout, 13 seconds left on the clock. Favela with a pretty good leg. It would be about a 50-yarder from here. I don't know that he's got quite that good a leg. So look for a couple of shots towards the end zone for Flowers and the Indians. Coach Poinier going to try and get the touchdown. They will have the ball first to start the second half. Flowers with it. 3-step drop, goes on the right side, trying to get Poinier, and that one is going to be picked off in the end zone. Garcia gets it and picks it off. It should be Wildcat football, a fight for it. And Garcia comes away with it, or did Seminole, and Kramer comes away with it. The other Kramer gets it 34 yards and rips it out of Garcia's hand for the 34-yard touchdown. Wow, I could have sworn that Matthew Garcia got that one, but Kramer just wrestled it away from him. And so it'll be a touchdown for the Indians. They lead 22-6. Favela the point after, and it is good. And so 2 seconds remaining. Now it's 23-6 in favor of Seminole. That is a dagger for the Lovington Wildcats. I really thought that Matthew Garcia had wrestled that one away from Kramer, the number 19 edition. That's Caton Kramer. I'm going to write those down. I didn't get their first names on when I was doing it. So Caton Kramer with the 34-yard touchdown. He's got 2 catches now for 43 yards as Blake Flowers with the score, and Seminole will have the ball to start the second half. But just like that, the Cats have got a hole to dig out of. A big one. So they had the play. They had everything right. It's just Garcia. And he had good coverage. He was in there. Looked like he had the interception. But Kramer, Caton Kramer, just ripping it away from him as they went to the ground for the touchdown. So you got to think Seminole is probably going to just squib it here to try and run that last 2 seconds out, not give Lovington an opportunity to do anything with it. That way they can come back out and just get the ball back. Lovington going to spread everybody out. And again, you got to think Favela, at which point you're probably going to tell him just keep it on the turf here. That way Lovington gets it and runs the clock out. Just 2 seconds remaining in the first half, 23-6. Seminole in the lead tonight. Home opener for your Wildcats is the season opener for the Indians. So Favela has it spotted at the 40. The officials say, all right, young man, it is yours to go. And he will boot it, and it will be just a little short squibber and a fair catch called for. Ooh, you can't call for a fair catch and then run with it. As coming up and taken off is Hagen Lazardo. So it will be, yep, they throw the flag. It'll be illegal procedure on Lovington. I've got to think. We'll see for sure. And, yep, it will be a legal procedure on Lovington, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. 1 second remaining on the clock. And so Lovington will have it first down and 10. And they're going to go ahead and, Seminole's going to take a timeout. Their third and final timeout of the half, so, all right, well, Seminole holds on to him. This game was moving very fast in the first quarter and through the first half of this second quarter, but things have slowed down considerably. Both teams, a lot of scoring, and both teams have used all of their timeouts. So great to have you with us tonight, and it looks like Dallas Cardenas, his helmet is off, and he's over on the sideline. He would be a big loss if he can't come back in. Looks like he's trying to walk out something in the lower part of the body. So Lovington football, first down and 10 from their own 28-yard line. See if they kneel it down or if they go ahead and take a shot down the field. A lot of options here, trailing, though, by 17 points. Got some work to do in the second half. Don't forget your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up after this final play of the half. Twins left, twins right for the Cats. Aranda with it. They are going to go for it. Dump it underneath to Gonzalez, who is hit in the backfield and dropped. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Yep, we'll give him no gain on the completion. And so that'll do it for the first half of play, as right now the Cats with a hole to dig out of as they trail the Seminole Indians 23-6. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. This is Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle. It's time for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. You know, at some point your car is going to need some parts. You're going to need a little know-how. Get the Napa know-how from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Proud supporters of Wildcat football. I'm TJ Miracle. Our halftime score, Seminole 23, Lovington 6. Lovington has dominated time of possession, but Seminole has managed to take advantage of a couple of Lovington mistakes and take the lead 23-6. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers for the first half of this one. We will start with the visiting Seminole Indians. For their air attack, Blake Flowers is 6 of 11 for 173 yards. He has 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Collier Kyer, his favorite target, 3 catches, 108 yards, including a 78-yard touchdown. Collier Kramer and Caton Kramer. I'll get it right. I apologize in advance. So Collier Kramer, 3 catches, 108, 78-yard touchdown. Caton Kramer with 2 catches, 43 yards, including a 34-yard touchdown that he ripped out of the hands of Matthew Gonzalez at the end of the first half. He's also got a completion to number 17, Contreras, that one for 22 yards. 173 total yards for the Seminole Indians. On the ground, it's really been Flowers. He's the leading rusher. 2 quarterback keepers late in the first half, each for 16 yards. So he's got 32 yards to lead the ground attack for the Indians. Lentz with 4 carries for 20 yards, including a 1-yard touchdown. Collier Kramer, 1 carry, no gain. And Davis with 2 carries for 4 yards. If you're keeping up with home, that's 173 through the air, 46 on the ground, 219 total yards. 8 penalties for Seminole in the first half for 54 yards. And they score 9 points in the first. And that would mean math has never been my strong suit, but I believe that would be 14 in the second. Yes, it is. So 9 in the first, 14 in the second gets them to their 23. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. Aranda been airing it out tonight with varying levels of success. 13 of 23, 88 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception in the first half. That touchdown, a 2-yard bullet to Cesar Gonzalez in the right corner of the end zone. Gonzalez has been the favorite target tonight. He's got 6 catches for 40 yards. Leads the way for the Wildcats. Next up is Ryan Weiser. He's got 4 catches for 29 yards. Matthew Garcia, 2 catches, 20 yards. Cardenas, 1 catch, 7 yards. DeMarcus Thompson, 1 catch for 9 yards. On the ground on Dallas Cardenas, looked like he'd picked up right where he left off a week ago. 9 carries, 42 yards in the first half, but he left injured in the second quarter. His return tonight is questionable. Cayman Ochoa has carried the ball 3 times for 17 yards, and Ashton Aranda, 3 carries, negative 10 yards. Of course, that's a little bit skewed by a 16-yard sack. Only sack of the ball game for either team. Lovington was whistled 4 times for 40 yards in that first half. No points in the second, no points in the first, 6 in the second. That's how they get to their 6 points on the board. 23-6 is our halftime score. We will take another timeout, come back with your Napa Know-How keys to the second half. This is Wildcat Football and your Lovington Auto Supply halftime show on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, the Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply at 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. The Cats trailing the Seminole Indians 23-6 tonight from high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. The Big Blue Band out on the field right now. Great thing about the Big Blue Band, they win every single halftime. They are working on their and performing tonight their competition show. Of course, you can see that and probably hear a little bit of it in the background as we get you into your Napa Know-How keys to the second half. And if you are the Lovington Wildcats, you've got a couple of them. You've definitely got some things to work on. You've got to protect Ashton Aranda. He has not had an awful lot of time to do much. Seminole is bringing the house. And Lovington's line is just having trouble with the big boys up front for this Seminole Indian squad. And, you know, there's nothing to be ashamed of. A couple of those guys, you know, go nearly 300 pounds. So important for Lovington to continue all their line over 200 pounds. So Lovington has got to give Aranda some time to find his receivers. Now, in the receivers have to find a way to get open. And have managed to do that a couple of times. But you've got to work on that. They've done a nice job making adjustments. They threw some screens to keep the ball moving and did some inside running plays, just things to control the clock. They need to continue to control the clock offensively, but they've got to find a way to get more yardage and convert when they get those yards. Lovington does lead in the first down category, 13 first downs in that first half as opposed to just 4 for Seminole, but the scoreboard says what you really need it to say. Defensively, Lovington's man coverage has got to get better. They've been burned too many times for too many big plays. Only 6 completions for Flowers, but 2 of them have been for touchdowns, and of the 6 completions, 4 of them have been for over 20 yards. So if you're having trouble with the speedy receivers, you've got to find a way to get more help out in your secondary. I don't know if that means you go to a zone or you put 2 men on Caton and Collier Kramer. They're the ones that have killed you so far. Of course, that means somebody else has to beat you, which anything can happen. So you've got to find a way to slow down that receiving core. You've got to be aware that the Seminole Indians are also going to, move the ball just as fast as they can. They go with that quick strike, no huddle, lightning, air raid type offense. Lovington probably not going to see anything like that other than maybe Artesia here in a couple weeks. So Lovington has to get the game slowed down to their speed as much as they can, which means controlling the clock, and when Seminole throws the ball, making sure that you, if nothing else, knock it away to maintain some clock time. Special teams, no complaints there tonight. The line, again, we talk about line play, and the defense is not line. Doing a nice job, but they have not gotten a lot of pressure tonight on Flowers. They've got to find a way to get some penetration and get some pressure on the Seminole quarterback, or it could be a very long, or maybe, depending on how you look at it, a very short second half. So Seminole's going to come out and have the ball first. Lovington with some work to do, but these Cats, they know how to win, and they know what it's like to play tough opponents. And Seminole definitely is no slouch from across the line over in Texas. So a lot going on. If you're Seminole, your keys to the second half, just keep doing exactly what you're doing. As Flowers has done a pretty nice job throwing slightly over 50%. I think if you're Coach Poinier, you'd like to see him complete a little bit higher percentage of passing, but all in all, not a lot to complain about. He's getting good pressure on the defensive line. His offensive line is protecting well, and he's getting just enough out of the run game to keep the Wildcats honest. So, tale of two halves is what Lovington is hoping for, and Seminole hoping that it's just the same story, new chapter. So how is it all going to work out in the second half? Well, stick around and find out. That wraps up your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. At some point you're going to need the parts and you're going to need the Napa Know-How. Well, the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, they can get you the Napa Know-How friendly helpful people right there at Lovington Auto Supply, proud supporters of Lovington Wildcat Athletics here on Z94 KZOR and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the kickoff to the second half. This is Lovington Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, and streaming live and free on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We would appreciate that. Remember, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, one lucky subscriber going to get $100 of my money. So tell all your friends, subscribe, win TJ's money. We'll give away $100 for every 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe today to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and always get the latest in Lovington Wildcat sports: football, of course, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, select soccer games. It's your home for Wildcat sports from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. That is the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Again, please subscribe. Of course, we're also on the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. With Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight in Tularosa with the Jowl Panthers. And the Panthers winning 21-7 right at the end of the first half of that one on the Jowl Sports YouTube channel. Thanks to Evie for keeping me up to date on that one. And thanks to Dawn Morgan for helping out with our friends down in the south of the county. But definitely be glad to have her back patrolling the sidelines, courtesy of Bob's Thriftway, next week for homecoming and for the rest of this 2022 football season. So as we get ready to start the second half, Lovington trailing 23-6. So they've got some work to do as they trail this one. But anything can happen in the sport of football. Down by 17, but still 24 minutes to go in this one. Lovington hoping for a much different second half than they had in the first half. Lovington Wildcat football tonight brought to you by our friends at Devon Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, and Stone Oilfield Services. So the ball is teed up. Brennan Garcia at the 40 will kick it away. And we are ready to go. Second half of action here tonight from the blue turf at Wildcat Stadium. As Brennan will kick a line drive. That one going to bounce around. Kramer going to pick it up at the 20. Brings it out to the 25. Little stutter step 30, 35, 40. Comes near side to the 45 to the 50. Still on his feet. Crosses to the 40, inside the 40 to the 37 in Wildcat territory. Pardon me, that was Garrett Lentz. So Lentz with the huge return. And that sets Seminole up in great field position to start this third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Indians. And they're going to spot the ball at the, see where they put it for sure. Looks like they're going to put it at the 38-yard line. And they will. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line after a big return by Lentz. Flowers will take over. Twins make that trips to the right, one to the left. From the near hash mark, Seminole moving from the right to the left. They're going to throw the wide receiver screen outside, complete to the 40, to the 30, to the 25, and finally tripped up from behind. As making that grab for Seminole was number 18. That was Miles Espino. So Espino, Ochoa with the stop. But it's a big gain, and it's going to be good for 19, and it'll move the chains. Send a man in motion. They're going to flip it to Espino on the end around, and he is going to be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Ochoa again getting a little help from Marquez that time. So they try the end around with Espino, no room to go. And he has no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. So Seminole on the march, trying to add to their 17-point lead. They will hand it off and pushing up the middle. I think that was Kramer. Nope, that was Lentz, who's going to pick up 3 yards. A 3-yard gain for Lentz. Makes it 3rd down and 7, so 3rd and 7, although Seminole moving very, very quickly. Lentz is still the back in the backfield with Flowers. Twins left, Twins right. Lovington only 3 men across the front, and whistles sound and flags fly. I think we're going to have false start on Seminole. And it will be, false start on the Indians. So move them back 5 yards. That is their 9th penalty for 60 yards. So 3rd down and 12 now after the penalty. So that'll back them up to the 28-yard line. So 3rd and about 12, make it 13. Twins left, Twins right. Flowers from the shotgun. Low snap, handles it, picks it off the turf. A little bit of pressure, steps up in the pocket, rolls right side, going to tuck it, take it himself, and he's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage before he is bumped out on the far side. Try and catch that number for the Wildcats. I believe that was Adam Ramirez. So it'll be a 3-yard keeper for Flowers. And so now it'll be 4th down and 10. So you got to think they're going to go for it deep in Lovington territory. 4th down and 10. And I apologize for the shoddy camera work. I'm doing it all myself tonight. Flowers from the shotgun, has time, steps up in the pocket, now going to be flush, comes near side, throws it across his body and overthrows Kramer down at the 5-yard line. Kramer found a little soft spot in the Lovington zone, incomplete, and it'll go over on downs. It'll be Wildcat football. So Seminole not able to capitalize on a great return by Lentz. And Lovington's defense holds 1st and 10 up at the 24-yard line, Lovington football. So the Cats will start this second quarter, rather this second half, with okay field position from the 20, I think that's the 26-yard line. You know, I'll get it all straight before the end of the season, I promise you. So Miranda leads them out. Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield, I believe, is Ochoa. Low snap, it is handled. Throw it across the middle. Find a little soft spot. It is complete. And across the 30 to the 31-yard line, it'll be a pickup of 5. See who came away with it. For him to clear out. That is all the way across the field, and I didn't see it. I believe that is going to be Gonzalez. So it's 5 yards to Gonzalez. And so it'll be 2nd down and 5. So Gonzalez, another catch on the night. And through the air now, Aranda with 93 yards as the Cats bring it back up. The Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield again is Ochoa. Low snap, Ashton with it. Throws the wide receiver screen this time. He has the man on the far side who is going to be brought down almost immediately. And that will be complete out to Anson Marquez, his first catch of the night. He'll get 3 yards on it. And so it'll be 3rd down and about 2 to go. So 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats from their own 34-yard line. 9 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Cats trail by 17. Want to just keep the ball going, keep everything moving. So they're going to send Twins left and Twins to the right. Gonzalez in the slot on the right side. Split backs in the backfield for the Cats. Now they're going to split Weiser out, and they will hand it off, and no room to run for Cayman Ochoa. He's going to lose a couple of yards before Seminole's line just absolutely swarms him under. In on that stop include Carmen Flores and also Joseph Acuna. It'll be a loss of 2 for Ochoa. And so now it'll be 4th down and 4. So 4th and 4 for the Wildcats, and yep, it will be punt time for Coach G. He's going to bring Brennan Garcia out to do the punting as the Cats hustle off. That'll be Espino back deep to receive for Seminole. And a late sub coming on for the Wildcats is Anthony Gomez. Now we got 11 on the field, so Garcia ready to boot it away as his heels at the 20 and whistles sound, and Coach G gonna take a timeout. So timeout instead of going for the 5-yard penalty for delay of game. 7:49 remaining in the 3rd. It's Seminole 23, Lovington 6. More Wildcat football in a minute on KZOR. Lovington going to come out of the timeout and line up on offense. Aranda with an empty set in the backfield. He will go for it. Going to be pressured. Rolls to the left. Lets it go across his body, and that one is going to fall harmlessly incomplete. Ryan Weiser was the intended target down the field, but Aranda got creamed, and do we have a flag back where he got hit? That's the question. So, yep, we will, and it'll be personal foul, roughing the passer on Seminole. And so Lovington gets a gift of a 15-yard personal foul penalty, and that'll move the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats. So Lovington dodging a bullet there, and that will move them 15 yards up and get them the 1st down. So the penalty on Seminole keeps Lovington's drive alive with 7:42 to go in the 3rd. Trailing 23-6. So now the Cats up at the 46-yard line, 47-yard line, still in their own territory, sending everybody in tight. Toss it near side, coming around and bowling through. About a 2-yard gain before Cayman Ochoa is brought down. Leading tackle right there was Landrum. So Ochoa gets a couple on it, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. So 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats from the 48-yard line. Clock continues to move with 7:10 remaining here in the third. Lovington going to stay with the ball control, clock control offense. Going to send trips to the left, single man to the right. Ochoa in the backfield on the right shoulder of Aranda. Still working on the ankle of Cardenas as Aranda going to get hit just as he lets it go, and Landrum going to pick that one off inside the 40 down at the 39. The intended target for the Lovington Wildcats. Intended target was DeMarcus Thomas, but picked off by Landrum. So the second INT of the ball game, and Seminole will get the ball back. So Seminole gets the ball back off the INT, and they will have it 1st and 10. Pretty good field position, make it the 38 officially. Second turnover of the night for the Wildcats. And look for Seminole to go ahead and put this one as much as they can into warp mode. Twins left, twins right, single back in the backfield, and now a whistle going to sound. Looks like the back in the backfield this time going to be Bailey. I'm going to go ahead and write this down while I have a moment. So twins left, twins right for the Seminole Indians, who forced the turnover on the INT. Take the handoff, Flowers to pass. Throws the wide receiver screen on the far side. Has a man, and that is not much doing there for Contreras. Great coverage for the Wildcats. And Ochoa going to get the stop. And we've got a Lovington Wildcat down on the field. It'll be a loss of 1 on the completion to Contreras. And so the Cat is down, and he is not feeling good. So we'll go ahead and take an injury timeout. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Seminole 23, Lovington 6. This is Wildcat football on KZOR. Well, I guess we'll just keep it right here as the injured Cat. That's a big injury for Anson Marquez as he's being helped off the field. He is up and moving okay, but still a little help from Coach G and the coaching and training staff to get him off the field. Hopefully he will not be lost. Cardenas already on the sideline, and he is in. He's got ice around the right ankle. So Cardenas, we mentioned during the halftime show that he was questionable to return, and it looks like Cardenas' night is done. Colt Marquez is in. It's 2nd down and 11 for the Seminole Indians after a 1-yard loss on the completion. Flowers sends a man in motion. 3-step drop, and they'll throw it near side. That'll be complete to number 3. He's hit in the backfield, bounces off of a man, still on his feet. He's going to get out across the 35, gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain for Knight Davis, but he bounced off, I think, every single Wildcat on the field before finally being brought down by a combination of Wildcats. It really looked like Marcus Henderson had him dead to rights, but now we've got another Cat down on the field. So 6:12 remaining, so another injury timeout. We will take it with them back in 30 seconds on KZOR. Hugo Hinojos is up under his own power, but heading to the training table. The sophomore lineman has had a pretty good night. So we'll go to 3rd down and 11. Still Seminole football, trying to take advantage of a Lovington turnover. Flowers back, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to be forced to roll. Goes to the right side, under pressure from Garcia. Looks downfield, throws it down the sideline. Has a man. That is Contreras up across the 45 to the 43-yard line in Lovington territory. And did he get it, or was he out of bounds? And they're going to say out of bounds. So Lovington dodging a bullet right there. It'll be incomplete, and so it'll be 4th down and 11. Seminole looks like maybe they're going to go for it, and they will. They're going to keep the warp speed offense on the field as we hit the halfway mark of this third quarter. Flowers, he's going to do the quick kick this time. Nobody back for the Wildcats, as that one is going to bounce at the 20. Take a huge Seminole bounce down inside the 10, inside the 5, inside the 4 to the 3, and to the 3-yard line it goes before it is down by the Indians and Kevin Guffey. So the Cats defense does a nice job and keeps Seminole out, so they don't cash in on the Indians, don't cash in on the Lovington turnover. But now Lovington has got a long way to go. Pinned back at their own 3-yard line. 1st and 10, Lovington football. 5:56 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington has got to find another gear in offense. They trail by 17. And they got to be careful because Seminole is going to blitz them here, try and rattle Aranda. Ochoa in the backfield with Ashton. Twins left, twins right. Pressure comes. Ashton throws it out. Has a man, but only about a yard or two. That Marquez over there, I think. Hopefully Anson is back in the game. He is. So second catch of the night for Anson Marquez. It'll be a pickup of 1. Actually, it's Romero. I apologize. So Romero with a 1-yard completion. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats. So Elijah Romero with the catch. Rivero, pardon me, that's 26. He's 26. So Lovington football, 2nd down and 9. Good snap, Ashton with it. Now he's just going to have to come up, step up, and take it off himself. He's across the 10, out to the 15, and out to the 16-yard line. And it'll move the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats. So to the 16, it'll be a pickup of 11 for Aranda. So move the chains, another 1st down for the Cats. That's their 16th 1st down of the ball game, but only 6 points on the board. Clock continues to move with 4:45 remaining in the third. Lovington trailing by 17, 23-6. Twins left, twins right. Seminole going to show blitz, and the handoff to Ochoa, nothing doing. He is hit in the backfield and dropped for a 4-yard loss, as shooting through there like he knew what the play was going to be before, and Carmine Flores. So Ochoa going to lose 3 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 13. The 2nd and 13 for the Wildcats. Time running out on them. They're going to send twins left and twins to the right. Ochoa still in the backfield, this time on the right shoulder of Aranda. Ashton going to roll right side, pressured, is hit, gets away from a man in the end zone, comes near side, still looking, tosses it down the sideline, trying to get Rivero, but it is incomplete. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous living for Ashton Aranda. And it'll be 3rd down and 13, as almost getting to him back there was Guffey again. And also giving chase was big 77, Richter Conley, the 6'6", 278-pound senior. And so it'll be 3rd down and 13 now for the Wildcats. Ball back inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The incomplete pass, the clock does stop. 4:03 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington's offense has just not managed to get untracked tonight. Normally, last couple of years, if the other team had 23, you felt pretty good about yourself having at least that many. But still trying to figure it out in the early going. Twins left, twins right. Aranda steps up, throws it. It is a high pass, but it'll be out of bounds. He's trying to get Rivero over on the far side. Incomplete. And so now it'll be 4th down and 13, and I've got to think punt time for the Cats with 3:56 to go here in the quarter. And, yep, the punt team will come on. Anson Marquez checking into the ball game. Good to see him back out there. Hansen actually going to line up at, looks like maybe as one of the guards. On to do the punting duties. If I'm not mistaken, that's Wyatt Gomez, number 2. He's going to be one of the up men. It should be Garcia, and it's a high snap over the head of Brennan and going to go out of the back of the end zone, and another safety as a bad snap comes at a bad time, and it'll give a free 2 points to Seminole on the bad snap, and the second safety of the ball game makes this now a 19-point lead for the Indians with a free kick to come. So with the change of possession, 3:56 remaining in the third. We're back in a minute on KZOR. A bad snap on an attempted punt goes out of the back of the end zone, and Seminole gets a free 2 points on their second safety of the ball game. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Everything going the way of the Indians tonight, 25-6 over our Wildcats. Brennan Garcia to kick it away, and he chooses to go ahead and kick it off. And so the kickoff, it'll be a wobbler. It'll be fielded at the 35, up to the 40, 42. That's Kramer to the 50. Still on his feet down the sideline to the 40, and finally going to be brought down on the far side of the field by Anson Marquez and Wyatt Gomez. But a huge return for Kramer, Caton Kramer, and so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Seminole Indians as they take over inside Lovington territory. Going to try and cash in on another Wildcat mistake. 2 interceptions, 2 safeties. From the 39-yard line inside Wildcat territory, trips left, 1 right for the Indians. Flowers from the shotgun. Gets it, fakes the handoff, throws it near side to Espino. Cuts back across the 35 to the 30 to the 22-yard line before he is tripped up by Cayman Ochoa and brought down. It'll be a pickup of 17 to Espino and the 6th first down of the ball game for Seminole. They are in go territory. They're going to throw the wide receiver screen, far side. That is Contreras, and he's going to be near first down. It'll be a 9-yard completion to Contreras, his 3rd catch of the ball game for 30 yards. So 2nd down and 1. And a low snap is handled. They're going to hand it to Lentz. He brings it left, then comes back right, and he'll be down to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5. Make it 4, and he'll have enough for the first down. Lentz with the first down. So 1st and goal from the 10. Low snap. Flowers handles it. Throws it underneath. Has a man. That is going to be number 13 who will weave and bob into the end zone. That's Rylan McCormick. So 10 yards for McCormick. And that will put 6 more on the board for the Seminole Indians. They lead now 31-6. So McCormick takes advantage on the pass from Flowers, and they take it into the end zone. And they'll try and stretch this lead out to 26 points as a whistle sounds as they're pointing at the quarterback, Flowers. They're telling him to move off, to get off the field. Don't know why. Favela preparing to kick. I don't know why they would have made him come off the field unless he lost his helmet on the previous play. And so it'll be the backup holder coming into the ball game. And Seminole will attempt the extra point. I'm not sure why they would have sent him off the field, but they did. So Favela for the point after. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. Pressure comes, but not in time. And it is up and through. And so Seminole takes the 32-6 lead. They are cashing in on Lovington's mistakes. 3:01 to go in the third. Seminole 32, Lovington 6. Back after this on KZOR. Wildcat football continues. Back here at Lovington. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties back at the station as Flowers runs around for his life and then throws it out. That ought to be intentional grounding. There was nobody in the neighborhood. And it is an incomplete pass from Flowers. As now, of course, I have lost my other sheet. Yeah, we were had a little technical issue with one of our other games, but they are going to say just incomplete. There's my score sheet. So Flowers with the incompletion. Still 2:10 on the night. It's second down and 10. He'll fake the handoff, throw the little screen. That'll be complete to a man across the 20, 25 to the 30. Going to the sideline, 35 to the 40 to the 30. One man to beat, 20, 10, 5. And into the end zone for the touchdown. An 80-yard touchdown pass. As double checking that number. Was that old number 19? Yes, it was. That was Caden Kramer, 80 yards for the touchdown. And Seminole trying to put away Lovington tonight. They're now up by 32 points. 290 passing yards for Blake Flowers now. And the point after to come with 1:08 still to go here in the third quarter. Lovington just having trouble getting it on track here tonight. They've had some good spots, but two safeties and two interceptions. The two safeties and one of the interceptions have cost them 3 touchdowns. The defense did a great job on the other safety, or pardon me, on the other interception, and the point after is up and good. That'll make it a 39-6 ball game as Seminole up by 33 points with 1:08 remaining in the ball game. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second timeout. Wildcat football continues on KZOR. An 80-yard touchdown pass for Blake Flowers to Caden Kramer, and the point after is good. And Seminole trying to ruin the home opener for Lovington tonight, doing a pretty good job of it, leading 39-6. 1:08 remaining here in the third quarter. I'm TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. As Favela tees it up at the 40 and boots it away. It is a high end-over-ender, and that one is going to go out of bounds. And so Lovington, interesting to see if Coach G tells them to kick it again or if they're going to take it up at the 35-yard line. So welcome back to Wildcat Football, brought to you tonight by Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding. Also brought to you by the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, and Devon Energy. And it looks like the Cats are going to elect to just go ahead and take the ball up at the 35-yard line. Well, they'll have it 1st and 10. Nope, they're going to elect for the re-kick. So they will elect to have Seminole re-kick the football, looks like, and we'll set up and do it again. Now asking for the re-kick. I do believe they will be marching off 5 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep, so the 5-yard penalty. And it'll be a kickoff again on illegal procedure on Seminole. So Coach G rolling the dice, going for a big return. With 1:08 to go in the third, and his team trailing by 33 points. Of course, another score for Seminole would get this one into running clock territory, and would be for the second time in 2 weeks. Lovington's been in a running clock situation that they are on the receiving end of. It's been quite a while since we saw that. So Favela with it teed up at the 35 this time. Checks with his left and right, and now he will boot it away. Going pretty much down the center of the field this time. It'll be fielded back at the 15, to the 20, to the 25, coming near side, out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. As Cayman Ochoa, nice bring out, as Landrum with another tackle in this one. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 34-yard line. Wind up with it about where they'd have had it on the penalty, but Coach G rolling the dice, they would get a huge return. And so it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. 1:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Going to try and punch it in, get a little breathing room off of the running clock territory if they can. Send twins left, twins right for the Wildcats. Aranda with Ochoa in the backfield with him. 3-step drop, steps up, guns it over the middle, and has a man, Garcia, across the 40 to the 42-yard line. He's going to be tackled by Luis Pena, and it'll be a 9-yard completion to Garcia. His 3rd catch of the night for 29 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 1. So 2nd and 1 for the Wildcats from the 43-yard line. Need to get it to the 44. Trips left, 1 right. Good snap. 2-step drop, get it out early and complete it into Seminole territory to Garcia again to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup and move the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats. So another Wildcat 1st down. They're 17th in the ball game. They're in Seminole territory at the 45. 22 seconds remaining here in this 3rd quarter. Lovington trying to get a little space between mercy rule timing and where the Indians sit on the board. Lovington going to swing it out to the left side. Have a man. That is Garcia. Or Gonzalez, pardon me. He's across the 30 to the 25-yard line and move the chains. 1st down, Cats. As a 20-yard pickup to Cesar Gonzalez. He's got 65 yards on the night, and that will bring the 3rd quarter to an end. So we will go to the 4th. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Knocking on the Seminole red zone. Back in a minute for the 4th on KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football from Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle. The Cats on the move. 1st and 10 from the 25, but trailing 39-6. But trying to get some room between them and the running clock here tonight. So Lovington moving the ball. Seminole has put in some of their younger and backup players. Lovington going to try and punch it in on them. 1st and 10 as we start the 4th quarter from the Seminole 25-yard line. Aranda with trips left, 1 right. Low snap, Ashton handles it. 3-step drop, throws it across the middle, and overthrows his intended target. Had a man, but just led Hayden Lizardo a little bit much. So it'll be incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 now. I hit the wrong button. There we go. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats from the 25-yard line. Just underway here in the 4th quarter, a game that's pretty much been all Seminole, 39-6. Lovington has had their moments, but unfortunately, Seminole is taking advantage of Lovington's mistakes. Twins left, twins right. Send a man in motion. That is Gonzalez from the left to the right. Rolling right is Aranda, throwing back across his body, dumps it in. Has a man across the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. It'll be complete to Garcia. No, it's Lizardo. So Lizardo, his first catch of the night, and it's good for 7 yards. So 3rd down and 3. Stays in the field of play. So the clock will continue to move. But now 3rd down and a manageable 3 for the Cats. They'll send trips left and 1 right. Ochoa in the backfield with Aranda. Good snap. Ashton with it. Pump fake to the left. Comes back to the right. Has a man across the 15 down inside the 10-yard line. That is Garcia for 8 yards and move the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats. Well, Wildcat 1st down. 146 through the air for the Wildcats. And another 1st down. That'll be their 19th 1st down of the ball game. So up in that stat, but unfortunately way down on the scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the 12. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. Low snap, Ashton handles it, looks, throws, guns it across the middle and in and out of the hands of Garcia. Good coverage being put on by Seminole with Landrum. And so it'll be incomplete. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. So 2nd and 10 for the Cats from the 11. 10:49 remaining in the ball game. Thanks for listening tonight on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. 2nd and 10 from the 11. Trips left, 1 right. Good snap, Aranda with it. Has time, now going to be pressured. Comes to the left side, looking downfield, looking. Lets it go across his body, and that one is going to be picked off at the 10-yard line. Across the 10 to the 15 to the 20, and the 3rd INT of the night. Ends a promising drive for the Lovington Wildcats. As coming up with the pickoff was Braden Bailey. So 3rd turnover of the night for the Cats, and that one comes at a bad time. They were on the move. So turn it over for Seminole. And they'll have it 1st and 10 now from their own 21-yard line with 10.5 to go in the ball game. And it looks like we will have a new quarterback in the ball game. Nope, it'll still be Flowers in for the Indians. Now Flowers is the quarterback still. He's in twins right, 1 left from the near hash mark. Hand it off, running back. Sweeps it out to the left side, 25 to the 30, to the 35 to the 40, run into the 50, to the 45 to the 40. Finally brought out near the 35, and yep, we're going to have a hit out of bounds. That young man was on the boat. That was Braden Gonzalez. So Gonzalez with a huge run. So that's going to be 30, 40, 47 yards for Gonzalez. And I think we're going to be tacking on a personal foul after that. As that happened after the play, I think we're going to have a late hit out of bounds. Let's see, and we will be personal foul. Face mask, yep, face mask on Lovington. So they're going to tack 15 more onto the end of that one. 55 penalty yards tonight on 5 penalties against the Cats. 7th 1st down for Seminole, and they will have it 1st and 10 inside the Lovington red zone or right on the door of it at the 20-yard line. So from the 20, 1st down and 10 for Seminole. Twins left, twins right. Gonzalez is the back with Flowers. They're going to hand it to Gonzalez. He goes right side and goes right over the right guard. Gets it inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. Will be a pickup of 5 for Gonzalez. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. So 2nd and 5, and they're going to go again, fake the handoff. They're going to dump it inside, have a man. That's number 11 at the 10. Looking for some room to about the 7-yard line. That's Guffey. Now Guffey, his first catch of the night, and it'll be 1st and goal as he gets 16. So Guffey was 16 yards, and it'll be 1st down and goal for Seminole. 9:50 to go. They're going to move Gomez over into a tight end position. Empty set in the backfield, looking all day, going to the back of the end zone, and that one is going to be almost picked off. Going up, but not able to come down with it for the Wildcats. Cesar Gonzalez, intended target over there, was number 12, Aiden Garibay. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Hand it off and coming right side, a little stutter step for Gonzalez. He's inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. Pick up a 5. He's got 58 yards, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 3 for Seminole, trying to get it to running clock from the near hash mark. Take the handoff. Time gunning near side, and that one is going to be almost picked off in and out of the hands of a couple of Wildcats. Garcia having a shot at it over there. So now it'll be 4th down. Oh, it was intercepted. So the INT, I didn't know we'd gotten the INT. So DeMarcus Thompson with the INT picks off Flowers. So Flowers with the INT to DeMarcus Thompson. Now Thompson with a catch tonight, and now with the INT, and it'll be Lovington football. So flip it around, 1st and 10, but they're pinned back at their own 3-yard line. Good snap, hand it off over to the left side. Looking for some running room as Ochoa gets it out across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 3-yard gain for Ochoa. So 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats. 39-6 the score. Lovington forcing the turnover, 1st of the night. Keeps that one from getting to running clock. Lovington still with 2 timeouts. Seminole with all 3 of theirs. Randallson trips to the left, 1 to the right. Ochoa in the backfield with Ashton. Good snap. Aranda handles it. Pump fake. Now he'll go left. Has a man on the far side. It'll be complete right near the sticks, as that is going to be complete to Garcia. Good for 7 yards, and it'll move the chains. 1st down, Lovington, their 20th of the night. 56 yards catching for Garcia tonight. So with that 7-yard reception, 153 yards for Aranda through the air thus far. Clock continues to move at 8:12. Handed off. Ochoa on a sweep right side is going to be hit by Guffey and brought down pretty much right at the line. Also on the stop was Luis Pena. So no gain for Ochoa, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10. Clock continues to move at 7:45. Lovington is out at the 14-yard line. Got another 1st down. Going to keep trying to move the ball. And they'd love to get another score, at least 1 on the board. Save a little face here tonight. Give them something to build on. Man in motion is Gonzalez. And, yep, jumping. One of the guys on the far side jumped. So another Lovington mistake. So the false start will bring up 2nd down and 15. We'll stop the clock with 7:27 remaining in the ball game. They will go ahead and roll the clock, and I'm going to have to go do just a quick note. If we lose the feed on YouTube here in a minute, I am working on it. This game has been incredibly long. And a good snap. Aranda with it. Rolls near side. Throws off the back foot. Puts up a wounded one. And that one is going to fall harmlessly. As given chase, it was actually coming closer to Danny Tran than any of the Wildcats. But it'll be incomplete. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 15. So 3rd down and 15. Here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. It is 9 o'clock. Thanks for being with us tonight, wherever you are. Here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, Z94 KZOR, the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. And with the incompletion, the clock will stop. Twins left, Twins right. Aranda from the shotgun again, needing 15. Pump fake goes into the end zone, backpedals, throws it. Has a man, that's Rivero. He's across the 15 to the 20, out to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 11 for Rivero. So he's got 2 catches tonight, and it's another 1st down for the Wildcats. 164 yards tonight for Aranda, and it moves the chains. Lovington, 21 1st downs in the ball game. Have done extremely well there. It's still only the 1 score on the board. Has a man, and that is going to be complete to Anson Marquez. He's for 12 yards. 172 through the air now. 2nd down and 2. The 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats. halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Twins left, Twins right. Hand it off and right up the middle. Stiff arming a man is Ochoa, and he's going to be out at the 42-yard line near side before he is tripped up by Brian Hernandez. So he's going to get 6 yards on the carry, and it'll move the chains for another Lovington first down. 22 Wildcat first downs on the night. Lovington going to continue to try and march it down the field. Send trips to the right, one to the left. Ochoa in the backfield. Zaranda gets the snap and the throw near side, and that one sails on him a little bit. Was trying to get Marquez, but just overthrows him, incomplete. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Again, if we lose the YouTube feed, I will work on it. Going to have to go in and extend the broadcast out. So hopefully everything is still working back at the studio. So 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Aranda going to let it fly down the seam and overthrows everybody. I think his intended target that time was Rivero, but it'll be incomplete. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. So 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats, still gamely giving it everything they've got. 5:28 remaining in the ball game. Getting much better protection. Of course, Seminole is putting in some of their younger players on the line. 3rd down and 10. Clock stops, 5:28. Of course, 1 week from tonight, we'll be right back here at the friendly confines for homecoming 2022. We'll talk more about that in the Stone Oilfield Services postgame show. Aranda, 5-step drop, gets a little pressure, guns it across the middle, and in and out of the hands of his intended target was trying to get Matthew Prudencio, and it'll be incomplete on his 45th attempt of the night. And it'll bring up a 4th down for the Cats. 8 different receivers tonight catching passes for the Wildcats. And timeout on the field as we've got a player down. One of the Seminole Indians is down injured. 5:21 remaining. We'll take an injury timeout. This is Wildcat football. Back here at Wildcat Stadium after the injury timeout. 5:21 remaining in the ball game. Lovington facing a 4th down and 10, trailing 39-6. You got to think they probably will go for it with the ball up at the 38-yard line. So yes, they will. They're going to send trips to the right, 2 to the left. Empty set in the backfield for Aranda. Ashton with it, but whistles sound and somebody moved. And it'll be actually oh, wow. Did they run that one? No, timeout taken by Seminole. So Seminole taking a timeout. Going to try and keep a little time on the clock. 5:20 remaining in the ball game. Lovington trailing Seminole 39-6. We're back in 60 seconds on KZOR. 4th down and 10 to go. The Cats will go for it. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Aranda with it, 3-step drop, pressure, throws it over the middle, and that one is going to be picked off into the hands of number 33. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5, puts his head down, pushes towards the end zone, and is down at the 1-yard line, the 4th INT of the ball game. We do not have a number 33 on the roster, but another interception for Ashton Aranda. And that is going to be the dagger in the coffin. It'll be 1st and goal for Seminole from the 1-yard line. And again, I'm sorry I can't properly, credit that young man. I do not have a 33 on my roster that we were given. It'll be 1st down and goal to go. Flowers still in, and now whistles sound. And they are actually going to send a player off. They're actually going to send Braden Gonzalez off the field. He must have lost his helmet or something the last time up. That's all I can figure. It's the 2nd time they've done that. And from the shotgun formation, Flowers trying to put the exclamation point on this one. He will hand it off, and he will into the end zone. 6 more points for the Seminole Indians. As that was... And that'll be Davis with the 1-yard touchdown dive. Makes it 45-6 with the point after to come. And so now we will be in running clock timing as Favela on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Flowers. The Seminole coming in and just taking care of business tonight. And the kick is up, and it is good. 5 minutes exactly remaining in the ball game. It's Seminole 46, Lovington 6. Back in a minute on KZOR. An INT sets up a 1-yard Seminole touchdown dive. The point after is good, and that'll make it a 40-point lead for Seminole High over our Lovington Wildcats. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, I'm TJ Miracle. So the Cats going to be in a running clock situation now with 2 timeouts remaining. So now might be a good time to start thinking about running your 2-minute offense. The Seminole is, if you want to get this under running clock, you're going to need to score on this one and score pretty quick. It is a high end-over-ender. It's going to bounce in front of Garcia, and he's just going to let it go out of bounds. So let's see if Coach G going to take it at the 35 or if he's going to go ahead and opt for the return, penalize him 5 yards and opt for a return. And it looks like maybe he's going to make him kick it again. He's talking to the linesman on the near side. Yep, they're going to make them kick it again, so it'll be another penalty on Seminole. 12 penalties, 85 yards on the Indians tonight. Coach Greg, well, you're probably not going to be just real happy about that. And Lovington changes their mind, and they will take it 1st and 10 at the 35. So they will take it up at the 35-yard line. Going to bunch everybody in tight on the left side. Single receiver out wide to the right. And now whistles sound. And Seminole going to take a timeout with 4:01 remaining in the ball game. So we'll just keep it right here and say a big thank you tonight to all the good folks who make Lovington Wildcat football possible. Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, and Devon Energy. We couldn't do it without their help and support. We appreciate them making it possible for us to bring you Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. With Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment over in Tularosa with the Jowl Panthers. Jowl in control of that one, so congratulations to the Panthers. Congratulations to the Tatum Coyotes as they got the victory earlier tonight against Alamo Navajo. Eunice was up big when I checked on that one a little while ago. So back here at Wildcat Stadium, the Cats going to fall to 0-2 on the season. The Indians come in highly touted and highly rated, and while they've gotten off to a slow start, they've certainly turned it on here late. So it'll be Aranda from the shotgun, gets it. He'll toss it near side to Ochoa. Gets a good block, crosses the 35, and going to be near the 40-yard line before he is bumped down by Davin Rosales. It'll be a 5-yard gain for Ochoa. 11 carries, 24 yards. 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats from between the 39 and the 40. Running clock, 3.5 to go in the ballgame. Single receiver out wide to the right. 2 tight ends bunched up on the left side. As Aranda changes the play at the line. Going to pitch it near side. Ochoa again is hit at the line. Gets it to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. So call it a pickup of 2 for Kamen. And so it'll be 3rd down and 3. So 3rd and 3 as he crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Of course, the Cats will lick their wounds tonight and get ready for homecoming week next week. The Santa Teresa Desert Warriors coming to town for homecoming 2022. Of course, that game right here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. On a 3rd down and 3 to go. Fake the handoff. Aranda keeps it, rolls around to the right, guns it over and incomplete. Out near midfield is intended target Gonzalez over there. Yep, that was Gonzalez and incomplete. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 3. Clock continues to move with 2:15 remaining in the ballgame. We are in running clock territory. As Lizardo going to check into the ball game. And looks like maybe punt time for the Cats with 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Seminole not sending anybody back deep as of yet. And Aranda is going to stay in, so may see the quick kick, but might as well go for it. 4th down and 3 to go from the 41-yard line inside Wildcat territory. Aranda rolls to the right side, still looking, throws it, guns it, and that one is almost picked off, but is it complete? If he got it into the hands and inbounds to Cesar Gonzalez, and it is to Gonzalez, so that's going to be 8 yards to Gonzalez, and it'll move the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats. 73 yards receiving tonight for Cesar Gonzalez. 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 48-yard line. 70 seconds left in the ball game. Twins left, Twins right. Cats going to maybe try and put one more on the board before this one's all said and done. They've gunned that one underneath and knocked away as he was trying to get Gonzalez again. Getting the big hand on it, knocking it away was Dylan Gretsch. Now tonight, Ashton Aranda, that was his 49th pass attempt. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Got time to run one more play, if they so choose, before this one will be called tonight. So 30 seconds to go. Twins left, Twins right. From the far hash mark, from the Lovington 48. Split a man out, Aranda, 3-step drop, guns it over the middle, has a man in and out of the hands of his intended target as he was trying to find number 31, Elon Clayton, who had a good game last week. And 11 seconds to go and timeout. Going to be taken on 3rd down and 10. So with 10 seconds left in the ball game, the 3rd and 10, not 4th and 10. Seminole actually going to take a timeout. So 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Lovington going to fall tonight. Don't know what the final is going to be as of yet. And so the Cats with some work to do. They've got some things to build on. But we'll talk more about that in the Stone Oilfield Services postgame show. Of course, Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight. So we won't have a Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation after this one, but we will return next week with that. Of course, we always appreciate Coach Gonzalez taking time both at halftime and after the game to speak with us. And so it'll be 3rd down and 10 to go for the Wildcats with 10 seconds to go. Probably wind up being the final play of the ball game right here. So Lovington is going to do anything and everything they can. So I've got to think they're going to be gunning for the end zone. They might have time for 2 plays. And Ashton certainly has the cannon to get it to the end zone from midfield. Lovington on their own 48-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Send quads to the left side, 1 to the right. Empty set in the backfield. And whistles sound and flags fly. And we're going to have Seminole taking their final timeout. So Seminole taking another timeout. I guess Coach Poinier doesn't believe in taking them with him. So the final timeout taken. Seminole will take that one. Of course, next Friday night, we will be right back here at Wildcat Stadium with some of the Boo Birds coming out about that decision to take the timeout. I don't think I necessarily disagree with them. Coach Poinier, I guess, going to say, well, there was something there I didn't like, so just take the timeout, make them reset. Of course, next Friday night, homecoming 2022, Santa Teresa coming to town. We have 5 consecutive home games, so 4 after tonight. As the huddle going to break up, and 3rd down and 10 to go for the Wildcats. Going to fall tonight to the Seminole Indians and go to 0-2 on the season. Seminole is picked to win their 4A district in Texas. So a tough test tonight for the Cats on the blue turf. As the blue-clad faithful starting to file out of the stands a little bit. They'll send quads to the left, 1 to the right. Empty set for Aranda in the backfield. Ashton barks it out. Good snap. Throws the screen near side to Gonzalez. Makes a man miss. He's to the 50, to the 45, coming near side to the 40 and steps out of bounds. And a late hit out of bounds as Braden Bailey will get that one, but it'll be a completion to Gonzalez. He's going to get it, let's see, that's 10, 12, 15 yards and another 1st down for the Wildcats. 88 receiving yards for Cesar Gonzalez tonight, and I think Lovington will have a free play. So 15 yards, that'll be the 100th penalty yard on 13 penalties tonight on Seminole, and we will have 1 untimed down for the Wildcats since that one happened at the buzzer, and it was a defensive penalty. So Lovington will have 1 shot at the end zone. Even though it can't make a difference in the outcome of the ball game, Lovington will have 1 more chance to go for the end zone from the 22-yard line. So moving it up to the 22-yard line after the 15-yard personal foul penalty for the late hit out of bounds. So Lovington with 1 free untimed down. This will for sure be the last play of the ball game from the 22-yard line. Is Lovington and Aranda going to come on back out? So they're going to shoot for the end zone. Send quads to the right this time, 1 to the left. Aranda with it. Little pressure comes on a linebacker blitz across the middle end and out of the hands of Anson Marquez to end the game. The incomplete pass will end things up for the Wildcats tonight, and that'll be the ball game. Our final tonight, Lovington falls to Seminole 46-6. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes for your Stone Oilfield Services postgame show right here on Z94 KZOR. Services, Stone Oilfield Services postgame show here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Final tonight, the Cats fall to the Seminole Indians 46-6 is the final. I'm TJ Miracle. Let's take a look at the final numbers in this one. We will start with the victorious Indians of Seminole. Quarterback Blake Flowers tonight finishes up 13 of 22, 306 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 INT. Those touchdowns coming to McCormick on the Kramers, Caton Kramer and Collier Kramer. Favorite target tonight for the Indians was Collier Kramer. He had 3 catches for 108 yards. Pardon me, Caton Kramer, the favorite target tonight, as he finishes up 4 touchdowns. Pardon me, not 3, 4. I'll learn to read my own handwriting. Yeah, Caton Kramer, 4 catches, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. Collier Kramer, 3 catches, 108 yards, and also with a touchdown. And McCormick also getting a touchdown tonight, his only catch of the ball game from 20 yards out. Leading rusher for the Indians was Gonzalez, 3 carries for 58 yards. Lentz with 6 carries. He had more carries than anybody else for 27 yards. He also did have a rushing touchdown. So you've got 306 on the ground, 125 through the air, means 331 total yards of offense for Seminole. For Coach Poinier and his Indians thing, they're going to want to take a look at 12 penalties, 100 yards tonight. But they just too much for the Wildcats to handle from the Indians. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. I'm not sure Ashton Aranda's arm is still attached. 25 of 51 tonight, 51 attempts for Aranda, 195 yards, 1 touchdown, but 4 interceptions. That 1 touchdown coming back in the second quarter on a 2-yard curl to Cesar Gonzalez. Gonzalez by far the top receiver tonight. He had 10 catches for 88 yards. Matthew Garcia tonight, 6 catches, 56 yards. Had Ryan Weiser. He had 3 catches tonight for 29 yards. Anson Marquez, 3 catches for 12 yards. And also some other guys, Romero with 2 catches for 12 yards. Thompson, 1 catch for 9 yards. He also did get an interception. Lizardo, 1 catch for 7 yards tonight. And also in the books is number 33. That's Cardenas. I can't believe I didn't write that down. He had 1 catch for 7 yards tonight. On the ground, Cardenas going out in the run game tonight. He was the leading rusher, 9 carries for 42 yards for Dallas Cardenas. Camon Archoa coming on and doing a nice job in relief. 12 carries, 26 yards. Aranda, 1 yard positive tonight. 4 carries, 1 yard. He was sacked 1 time for 16 yards. 6 penalties, 60 yards tonight on the Wildcats. So through the air, 195, 69 on the ground, 264 total yards tonight for the Wildcats, and just the 1 touchdown. So they're going to have to figure out the offense, but hopefully with Santa Teresa coming to town next week, they'll have all week to work on it and get ready for, of course, Homecoming 2022. We'll be back with you next Friday night beginning at 6:45 for the Wildcat pregame show, the kickoff at 7 o'clock. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on it. It was back and forth early, but Seminole putting their foot on the gas, and just too much tonight for the Lovington Wildcats as Seminole defeats Lovington tonight. 46-6 is the final. For Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, for Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Stadium. This has been an exclusive presentation of Z94 KZOR Sports and the Walmart Digital Solutions. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.